What is up, NBA fans? Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports, presented by Prize Picks for a live edition of Chat Sports, because we are going to be here breaking down the action between the Oklahoma City Thunder and San Antonio Spurs. We'll be live for all 7 games in the series, or as many as are necessary. We'll have a round table of hosts. Myself, we'll have Patrick Seatman, we'll have Tyler Smith taking you through this series to see who represents the West in the NBA Finals here in 2026. OKC, a perfect 8-0 in the playoffs so far, sweeping the Suns in the first round and taking care of the Luka Doncic-less Lakers in round 2. They look to get back to the NBA Finals and defend their championship from a year ago. They'll be taking on the new bloods, the young guns in San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper look to lead the Spurs back to the finals since 2014, when they took down the Miami Heat to capture another championship for Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and the crew. No De'Aaron Fox tonight, out with an ankle injury. That was a little bit of a stunner, so a lot more on the plate of the second overall pick out of Rutgers from Dylan Harper. He's been phenomenal this postseason so far, though. I imagine he'll be able to handle it. We'll tip off in about 19 minutes, but let's welcome in producer Coop to the building. Shout out your city for me down in the comment section. Coop, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. This is going to be a great series. This is the series we all wanted. They've been the 2 best teams throughout the entire course of the season in the Western Conference. San Antonio has had Oklahoma City's number in the regular season. I do think OKC is the better team, though. I think this is going to be a fascinating series.
Oh, it's going to be an all-timer, in my opinion here. I do think the Thunder end up winning this series, but you can't ignore the fact that San Antonio in the regular season, 4-1 against the Thunder. How about that? 18 minutes to go until we tip off. Appreciate my guy Ty Man in the building, watching from Ohio. Joseph Green is in Delaware. Naheem is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Enoch, I got to be honest, that is not going to be the case. We are not able to broadcast the game and show it here. That is copyright. We will not be doing that. What we'll be doing is a basic play-by-play radio broadcast with some graphic evidence as well. So hopefully you're going to stick around with us, because it is still a lot of fun. We got a super chat from Jeff Bartlett. We'll get that on screen here in 1 second. Great start to the stream. But today's stream is made possible by Prize Picks. Shout out to them. They make watching these games so much more fun. You can get in on the playoff action, but there's also baseball, hockey, golf, esports, and much more. Right now, you can get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. Just use code HMA when signing up. I have a 3-player entry for tonight's game. I'm going less on Chet Holmgren, 16 points. In the matchups this year, Holmgren has only had 16 points or more 1 time. So he has not played well against San Antonio. I expect that to continue tonight. I'm going more on Isaiah Hartenstein, 2.5 assists. I think Wembanyama's rim deterrence will force him to kick it out a lot to potential open shooters. So I expect Hartenstein to get some assists. And I took less on Stephon Castle assists earlier in the day. That was before De'Aaron Fox was ruled out. This projection has actually jumped up to 7 since that announcement was made. But hopefully Castle has less than 6 assists tonight. You can follow me and see all of my picks over on Prize Picks, but get that $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5. Use code HMA when signing up. That is code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks. Jeff Bartlett with a $5 super chat kicking us off tonight. Shout out to Jeff. Oh, he just came in with another. We'll get that on screen here in a second. My crystal ball shows me Spurs will win 2 games, though the conclusion is hazy. So Jeff thinks the Spurs win 2 games. We don't know what games they're going to win, but you have them at least forcing 6 games of a series. At least, I guess, if you have them losing. I do think this series ends in 6. That's kind of how I think this ultimately goes. I will say, though, Coop, if OKC wins the first 2 games, that puts a lot of pressure on San Antonio to win both games in San Antonio, because if they lose one of those games and split in their home building.
It's 3-1 and it's over.
It's 3-1 going back to Peacock and you're done.
Yeah, you have to find a way, I think, if you're San Antonio, to split one of these first two games. I know that's cliche to say, but you need the road team to win one of those first two in order to have an intriguing series. We'll see if San Antonio can do it. I feel like OKC is going to come out and stomp them in these first two games.
You think so?
I think they're going to stomp them.
Well, San Antonio has had issues starting off series. Did they lose game 1 or 2 against Portland?
They lost game 1 against Portland.
Because they obviously lost game 1 at home to Minnesota.
Correct.
So I was curious. If they lost both game 1s, I mean, that is certainly a trend that you don't want to see if you're a Spurs supporter. I mean, we'll see what ultimately happens there. Jeff, you got another Super Chat. We'll get that on screen here in 1 second. But here is our Super Chat menu for tonight's game. Any Super Chat like Jeff's, get on screen. If we get a $10 Super Chat, we will spin the wheel. Sorry, what, Jeff? They lost game 2. Thank you, Mr. Coop. So they lost game 1 against Minnesota, lost game 2 against Portland. $10, we spin the wheel. A lot of goodies on there. And then if we get $50 in Super Chats, we will do a beer bong. Got some High Noon tequilas. Got the strawberry version. I don't know if I've ever had the strawberry version. Usually stick to the vodka seltzers. These are the tequila ones. I've had tequila ones in the past. It's not the strawberry one. $50 will beer bong that. Appreciate everybody who are watching in. No Dice is watching from lockup. I don't know if that means you're in jail or not, but either way, no dice. Thanks for watching the show. Mamba is saying beer bong. Yeah, we'll get there here in 1 second. Coop's going to grab something, and then when he returns, we'll kind of talk more about this game and this series as a whole. Yeah, no dice is watching from lockup. I don't know if that's a place or actual lockup. I don't know. Either way, no dice is a legend, and we like having him around here. Listen, actually, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say something, but I don't know if I should do that. So we're going to hold off.
I say go for it.
No. I was going to – okay, here's what I was going to say. I'll say it but not actually mean it. I was going to say whatever you did, I believe you're innocent, but what if he actually did something really, really bad?
That's fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now that
you were going to say that, but you didn't.
I was going to say that, but I didn't. Jeff, it feels like it's been a year since we've done this. Well, that would check out.
Yeah.
Last time I did a watch party on Main Chat Sports for basketball was the NBA Finals a year ago.
Oh, March Madness.
That's not NBA.
You said basketball.
Yes, I guess so. I did do that. But, Jeff, yeah, first time we were back here live on Chat Sports. Like I said, off the top, we'll have a rotating set of hosts here for the Western Conference Finals. We'll also have Eastern Conference Finals. Coop is doing Game 1 tomorrow between Knicks and Cavs, and then Brett Alper will take you through the rest of that series. Hear the rotation if you care. I'm doing Game 1 tonight for Western Conference Finals. Patrick Seatman is doing Game 2 on Wednesday with Jeffrey Cooperstein. Tyler Smith, will be doing Game 3 on Friday and Sunday, Game 4. I will be doing Game 5 next Tuesday, if that ultimately is needed. Smitty will be doing Game 6 on the 28th of May, if needed. And then, once again, if necessary, I will be back here for Saturday, May 30th, Game 7. And then, Coop, I think us two are doing most of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I'll be gone for Game 1 and 2.
Game 1 and Game 2. I'll be gone for Game 2, so I won't be doing Game 2. But
okay,
I'll be doing
somebody else will be.
I'll be doing a Game 1 and every other game after that. Who you got in tonight's game? OKC or the Spurs? Type OKC for the Thunder. Type SAS for the Spurs. It's also our live poll in today's stream. And right now, through 50 votes, Coop, it is 25-25, 50-50.
Interesting. I still feel like this is an OKC. This is an OKC Game 1.
You think OKC wins?
I do. I think it's an OKC Game 1. I feel like they're just ready. They're ready for this moment.
I mean, they've had a lot of rest between their series and this one getting tipped. Like I said, they haven't lost a game in the postseason yet.
No, they have not. And
is there a chance that they break the Lakers record? What did they go, 16-1?
They will not do that. I believe the Heat went 16-2 one year as well.
Okay. But isn't 17 games the least amount of games played for a champion?
16-1 by the Lakers.
I have a hard time believing that will be broken. because I do think the Spurs get 2. Now, with that being said, on the off chance that OKC somehow sweeps San Antonio, I think that record is absolutely in play because I don't care who
it doesn't matter.
If the Thunder are in the finals, I don't care if it's Cleveland or the Knicks. I have the Thunder winning that series in 5.
Didn't the Warriors go like 16-1 or 2 as well in one of those years?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I
feel like they went 12-0, and then maybe that was the year they ended up losing. No,
I don't know if they ever did with KD because we know in the 73-9 year they had to come back from 3-1 to make the finals and beat the Thunder. And then I think with KD, they always had game 6s or game 5s at least with like the Rockets. And they had the battle with the Blazers at times too.
True.
Curry about that. Ty Man's rocking with San Antonio. So is IDB. Tree Climber San Antonio. Nebraska fan OKC. We got Jeff saying San Antonio. James San Antonio. Tay-Mag San Antonio. Sounds like this is a pro Spurs live chat as of right now.
Yes, indeed. It is.
Pro Spurs live chat right now. They're announcing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as the MVP here prior to this game being tipped off. SGA back-to-back MVPs. Coop, your thoughts, and especially with how the voting played out.
Yeah, I knew he was going to win it. I was surprised at how the voting did end up playing out. Look, he's been the best player on the best team over the last 2 seasons. So I don't have an issue with him winning. I think Shams is kind of a scumbag for spoiling it.
Now, do you subscribe to the theory that he's doing it to stick it to the NBA? Because I forgot what it was, but he got something.
I think without question.
Or do you think it was an accidental time schedule tweet?
I saw that theory as well.
Because he put it out at, 7:30 Eastern time?
It was 7:50 Eastern.
7:50 Eastern time. That's around the same time that it was projected to be announced on Amazon Prime, but PM. So he might have just accidentally hit AM instead of PM.
Could have been. I think that he purposely did it because that game was on Prime. Just my opinion.
Certainly could have been. Are you shocked that Wemby was 3rd over Luka as a Luka guy?
Luka didn't even get a first place vote, which I was pretty surprised at. But no, I am not surprised that Wemby ended up finishing 2nd. Luka did end up missing too many games at the end of the day.
Finished 4th, above Cade Cunningham, but Cade got 2 first place votes compared to Luka's 0.
Which is ridiculous, but again.
I mean, we've had our debate back and forth on that. I would have made a case for Cade Cunningham being more of an MVP candidate than Luka Doncic. But, folks, if you're ready for the game to get tipped off, hit that thumbs up icon. Listen, you guys are doing your job so far at least. 29 people currently watching. Hopefully that number goes up here. We got 23 likes, so I really like the ratio there so far. Shout out to you guys. But as we reach 8:30 Eastern time, Coop, tip probably about 8-9 minutes away. Let's get into some storylines to watch, not only in today's game, Coop, but the entire series. I put these 5 together. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on them. Jalen Williams is returning. The All-NBA level wing who was phenomenal last year in the NBA Finals. He has been out for the past couple of weeks. He missed the entire series against the Lakers. He said he could have returned, but he's officially available today. With how well OKC has played in this postseason, would you have Williams in the starting lineup or would you have him coming off the bench?
He's coming off the bench for me. AJ Mitchell played so incredibly well in that series that I think they just stick with that starting lineup and they ease Jalen Williams in. They don't have to force him into the lineup and have him play 35, 40 minutes. Like, they can ease him in, come off the bench. They know they're going to get AJ Mitchell quality minutes, whether it's 15, 20 points a night. Like, they are just such a deep team that they don't have to force anything here.
Now, with that being said, he is starting tonight. OKC going with their standard lineup of Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, Lu Dort, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein. You want to talk about an unbelievable bench?
Oh.
I mean, the Spurs bench is elite too, but OKC bringing Alex Caruso, AJ Mitchell, and Cason Wallace off of their bench.
And Jalen Williams. The other Jalen Williams.
But those 3 guards/wings, that's fake.
Unbelievable.
That is
Mean,
fake.
the rich get richer, man, and they have a lottery pick this summer too.
Yeah. They have 2 first-round picks.
Unbelievable.
They have pick 12, and they have pick, I believe it is 17.
Whose pick is that?
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
It's either
yeah, I believe it is 17 though.
The Hornets are picking 18. I believe it's 17 for OKC.
Yeah,
it is.
Unbelievable.
It is. All right, on the flip side, who steps out with De'Aaron Fox out? The lefty point guard is out with an ankle injury. You imagine they sub one lefty in for the other lefty. The rookie out of Rutgers, Dylan Harper, I think is moving into the starting lineup to start alongside the 4 and the quartet that we've seen, which is Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie. That is ultimately the starting lineup. Harper is a phenomenal young man. He has been phenomenal so far in this playoffs. The question is, will he be able to rise to the occasion that is the Western Conference Finals against the best team in the NBA all year long?
Yeah, he's really stepped up in this postseason. I believe his scoring average has jumped almost 3 points a game. He's been pretty efficient as well. And look, he was a highly touted prospect for a reason. The Spurs have him. They drafted him 2nd overall because they believe in him. So I think they'll trust him going into the starting lineup here tonight in the absence of Fox. Obviously, I think Fox has been phenomenal, though, for the Spurs, and they're certainly going to miss him. He's out with a sprained ankle. He was questionable for Game 7 of the previous series, but he ended up playing through it, and now he's going to sit out this game, and we'll see if he's out on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, starting lineups being announced for each team right now. Let's talk about number 3 here, because the Spurs may have the Thunder's number. Now, we'll see if this plays out in this series, but in the season-long series this year, San Antonio is 4-1 against OKC. So the Spurs have beaten them in the regular season. They beat OKC in the NBA Cup as well. Remember, the Spurs actually represented the West in that play-in championship game. Who do they play? The Knicks. Is that a potential finals preview? I don't doubt it, but you never know. That's going to be something that we have to keep an eye on. Who shoots better at the rim? Because both teams are some of the better attacking, rim-finishing teams in the NBA. But, Coop, both teams are excellent defensively at the rim. Guess who is the best team in the league in terms of opponent field goal percentage at the rim?
Spurs.
Wrong. It's the Thunder. 61.2% is what opponents shoot at the rim against OKC. You imagine the duo of Hartenstein and Holmgren have a main hand in that. That is not knocking San Antonio. They are 5th in the NBA, 63.5%. So that is a difference of about 2.3% between OKC and San Antonio. Now, because San Antonio is 5th, though, the difference between them and the second best, which is the Pistons, was 0.3%. So OKC was actually in a class of their own, 2% better than the other guys.
They are absolutely unbelievable, man. It's why they're the best team in the league, because they do it on both ends of the floor. And that kind of brings us to our last storyline to watch here. The 2 rim protectors, the 2 big men, Chet versus Wemby. Look, Wemby is having, I think that you can call this his true breakout season.
Oh, 100%, man.
Establishing himself as a top 5 player in the league. Chet Holmgren, an excellent center there as well for Oklahoma City. This is certainly, I think, the matchup to watch in this series, and I'll be very, very fascinated to see how it plays out here.
Now, I wonder what OKC does defensively. Will they put Chet on Wembanyama? Will they put Hartenstein on him? And then on the flip side, who does the other big man guard? Because you would imagine it would probably be Julian Champagnie, but he can shoot it a little bit, so that's going to certainly kind of widen out this OKC half-court defense. Now, I did want to finish my thought here real quick on better at the rim. We just discussed the defensive metrics and opponent field goal percentage. How about their own field goal percentage at the rim? OKC is 7th in the NBA. They shoot 68.8% at the rim. The Spurs are 12th. They shoot 68.1% at the rim. So both teams in the top 5 in rim field goal percentage defensively, as well as top half in the NBA at finishing at the rim. I think whatever team can score in the restricted area and get easy looks and finish there is ultimately going to win this series. Obviously, you got to keep an eye on the MVP. 2 times in a row, SGA, time to have some uncomfortable conversations on where he ranks all-time, Coop, especially if he wins a title this year. For my Heat fans out there, I'm sorry. If they win a title and he wins Final MVP this year, he might surpass D-Wade all time. As crazy as that to say, it's true.
So he's top 20 after this year if they win it all.
Two straight finals MVPs, finals victories, and MVPs. I mean, has anyone ever had a 2-season stretch out like that outside MJ?
No. What about LeBron?
I guess LeBron.
In 2012 and 13?
I guess LeBron, too. But that's the end of list.
Yeah, I mean, Shai certainly, we are witnessing greatness. I mean,
you can dislike how he plays, but
you can't deny his greatness.
You cannot deny the accomplishments that he's had. We're about to get tipped off in OKC. If you're excited for the game, spam those me's. I'm giving shout-outs here in the comment section as we're about ready to get tipped off in this game. OKC wearing their blue unis at home.
I hate it.
The Spurs are wearing their black unis. Rare nobody wearing white.
I like the color. The color clash is cool. If you're going to color clash, that's great. But wear white at home.
Yeah. Upper Warrior typing those me's. We got Jeff Bartlett typing those me's. Stewart saying Spurs for life. Spam those me's if you're ready for the game. We got Wemby. We got Chet Holmgren. Center circle. Ready to get this one fired up. Shout out to Uncle Kias in the comment section. Let's get this party started, man. Should be a fun game. We'll be here all series long. All series is going to be on NBC/Peacock as well, with the other series being on ABC with some, I think, one prime game.
There is a prime game?
I think so. Tip is up. Tip is won by the Spurs. We'll actually see, how about this? Jalen Williams is guarding Wembanyama with Holmgren on Champagnie and Hartenstein on Castle. Castle looking to dish it. He'll line up a right wing three. Oh, and the second-year guard buries it. Castle is absolutely pure. And that's how the scoring gets started tonight. Wembanyama defending Hartenstein. Chet guarded by Castle. Jalen Williams off of a curl. Kicks it out to Dort as he drives inside. Dort to the rim. Drop off Hartenstein. Push shot. Misses. Wembanyama's defense proving to be a storyline here early. Harper the other way attacking. And he'll slowly reset it as the Spurs get into their half-court set. Wembanyama fouled on a jumper, and he'll get 2 free throws.
Make sure the delay is decreased.
How about that start there for Wembanyama? Is it off?
Yeah.
Okay. Felt Lu Dort getting close to his body. A little reach in. Foul on Dort. Wemby at the free throw line. But Wemby, that unbelievable reach and wingspan already factoring in as Hartenstein couldn't hit his patented little 7-foot push shot.
He's really not from this planet. he's unbelievable.
Wembanyama at the line made the first. You might just have to. Would you?
4 blocks a game.
You might have to just change the delay setting on the graphics here.
I will. I already did. Do it again.
Yeah, it's way ahead. Yeah. I mean, it just might be that way.
Yeah.
5-0 San Antonio as Wemby puts in the second free throw. So, successful first 2 possessions on offense for the Spurs. SGA gets his first touch. He's guarded by Castle. Now Champagnie. Castle reaches in. SGA turns it over. Spurs out in transition. Champagnie left wing 3. Comes up short. Wembanyama on the glass. Tips it up and in. Pair of offensive rebounds for Wemby. 7-0 start for the road team.
Don't let Shai get away with this foul baiting BS.
SGA the other way. Pick and roll at the elbow. Pump fake. Step through. Bank shot. No. Good defense by Castle. Rebound Harper. San Antonio. Hot start early. 0 for 2 start at the rim for the Thunder. That was a storyline to watch. Castle attacking on SGA. He loses the handle. It's a turnover. SGA with the steals. Thunder have numbers. 5-on-4. Williams spinning. Kicks. Dort. Corner 3. No good. And OKC remains scoreless 2 minutes into this one.
Chunky offense from OKC.
Wemby with a killer crossover. Oh, he loses the handle, but a foul is called on Holmgren. I'll have to see the replay here. I thought Wemby just lost the handle, but maybe Chet got some forearm. That's a weak call, Mr. Coop.
Yeah, I mean, it's weak, but it's a foul.
Is it?
Yeah, I got him on the hand.
If that's a foul, then we're in for a lot of whistles tonight. Champagnie and a curl, driving, kicking. Harper corner three. No good there. Holmgren with the board. Holmgren will push. Both these bigs can really handle it. Jalen Williams downhill. Draws a foul. They're going to say it's on the floor in the act of shooting. Whistle on Dylan Harper. So now that's the first foul called on San Antonio. And we have a quick substitution. Alex Caruso in for Hartenstein.
They like to go to Caruso pretty early, but not this early. They usually go to him around the 7.5-minute mark.
Thunder coach Mark Dagenhalt sensing a lineup change was needed, down 7-0. They called that foul on the floor, so inbound from the side. 8 on the shot clock for SGA. Vassell defending. Spurs showing 3 bodies. Sidestep 3, too strong, and Dylan Harper tracks down yet another rebound. 0 for 4 start from the field. Wembanyama inside, throws it away. So a second turnover on San Antonio, and the Thunder defense keeping them around here after not being able to put one in the bucket in the first 3 minutes. SGA drive, kick, Caruso wide open 3. He can stroke it, folks, and the Thunder on the board. Shot 40% from 3 a year ago. Not as good numbers this season, but still dangerous. 2-time NBA champion. Champagnie step back 3. The answer over Holmgren. The former St. John's Johnny buries the 3. Caruso left alone. Turns it over, trying to drop it inside. Wembanyama had the steal. Spurs, Harper, transition 3. Too strong, and that ball goes out of bounds off the miss. Coop, what do you make about this start so far?
I was just trying to gather my thoughts. I don't like OKC's offense so far. There's just a lot of standing around and trying to hope somebody does something. We need to see some more ball movement here.
Very stagnant. SGA, screen, drive, kick. Caruso dared to shoot top of the key again. That one too strong. So clearly, the Spurs have came up with the game plan to allow Caruso to shoot from beyond the arc. Champagnie, another 3. That one short. Jalen Williams with the rebound. Out in transition. Spinning inside to the rim. Rejected by Vassell. And now the Spurs have numbers the other way. But good transition defense for OKC. And then J-Dub whistled for a reach-in foul. What a block by Vassell.
Do not go in there. He goes up and gets it. A clean as a whistle block off the backboard for Vassell.
And an uneasy start for Jalen Williams as he is 0 for 2 from the field and a couple turnovers. First game back in a while. He'll sub out as the super sub A.J. Mitchell checks in. Castle to the rim, spinning inside. Foul. That is now the 4th foul on OKC. Those whistles starting to mount against the Thunder here. The recently checked in Mitchell gets called and free throws for Castle.
The Spurs going to be shooting in the bonus for the rest of the first quarter. And Mark Dagnall's going to take a timeout here.
Yeah, I mean, not going to blame him. It's been a pretty uneasy start so far. Not really able to get anything going.
I think it was a mistake starting Jalen Williams.
I would agree. I would have continued starting Cason Wallace.
Or it was A.J. Mitchell.
No, A.J. was coming off the bench.
Mitchell started last.
Was I wrong about that? Let me double check here. I thought it was A.J. Mitchell coming off of the bench.
Mitchell started all 4 games last series.
I guess you would know. You watched the series.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, says Mr. Coop.
I mean, they were just way overmatched in that series, the Lakers. They had no chance. Even with Luka, they lose that series in 5.
Yeah, I probably agree there. First TV timeout, we'll tell you about Prize Picks, the sponsor on today's stream. Make watching these games so much more fun. You could really test your hoops knowledge or your sports knowledge in general to see if you could cash in. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. They also have team picks where you can choose and make predictions on winners, spreads, totals. I usually stick with the daily fantasy sports. I have a lineup in today. I have less on Chet Holmgren points. He's hasn't scored just yet. You see 6.5 times my money here, 10 to win $65. Stephon Castle, less than 6 assists, already has 1. That number went up to 7 after it was announced De'Aaron Fox was out, so unfortunate break for me. And I had more on Isaiah Hartenstein, 2.5 assists. He has none so far. Get started with Prize Picks today. Download the app and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. That link is in the live chat and description of today's stream. Let's see if the Thunder can really compose themselves here after the first 4.5 minutes. Timeout. What do you think Dagenhalt is talking about here in the TO?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be super phased, and I think he's going to kind of come across that way as well. Like, they've just been here too many times for them to really, I would say, just stress about a slow start. They got off to a slow start a couple of times against the Lakers, too. Like, the Lakers started one of those games on a 7-0 run, and the Lakers were able to kind of get on them early, and then it was really in the third quarter where the Thunder kind of asserted their dominance and took over these games. So it wouldn't shock me even if the Spurs headed to the half with a 5-point lead, 7-point lead, and then once it got to the third quarter, the Thunder really woke up and started taking over the game.
Yeah, we'll definitely monitor that. Coop, do you have any paper towels over there?
There should be some to your right.
Yes, there is. Let me go get up and grab it. Thank you, Mr. Coop.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I imagine the Thunder are going to make the proper tweaks and adjustments here. It wouldn't shock me if they came out on a run.
Yeah, this is the opposite of what San Antonio did against Minnesota in game 1 of that second round series. Remember, the Timberwolves won that game. But we'll see here. OKC 1-4 against the Spurs this year. Wonder if this is just a matchup issue for them. Too early to say, but
yeah, when does that become do they have to go down 2 for that?
I would agree. Yeah, if the Spurs win both games in OKC, I think it's time to say like, oh, okay, the Spurs really just have their number here. Castle makes the second free throw out of the timeout, so it's a 12-3 lead for San Antonio. Going back to last year, Aaron Wiggins, he doesn't even play anymore.
He doesn't play.
Yeah, it's crazy. The man who saved basketball. Not good enough, I guess.
I can't believe that's his name.
Stephon Castle whistled for a foul, a little too aggressive guarding SGA there. So 4 fouls on the Thunder, 2 on the Spurs. I know that will be a talking point all series long.
Rightfully so.
By the way, I went up to look at the free throw rate in the NBA. The Thunder aren't even top half in the NBA in free throw rate in the regular season.
That doesn't surprise me.
Caruso dared to shoot, driving to the rim, and finishes over Wemby. So how about Alex Caruso having the first 5 points for the Thunder?
If you had that on your slip, you'll be very happy.
Yeah, I mean, his Prize Picks projection for points today, I think, was 5.5.
There he is.
And then he gets the steal. Vassell throws it away. Caruso getting to the rim and finishing. Alex Caruso, the band within the first 7 points. He fires up the crowd. San Antonio with a quick timeout. So the Spurs don't like what they're seeing after Caruso has changed this game. I tell you what, Coop, I don't care what the numbers tell you statistically, box score-wise, about Alex Caruso and his impact in the regular season. When it gets to winning time in the postseason, Alex Caruso earns and is all worth that $20 million per year contract.
He's who you want Absolutely. I mean, he's a winner. He just simply is. Now, I'll ask you this. Is that a quick timeout from Mitch Johnson?
I don't hate it. I mean,
you don't hate it.
It's a 4-0 spurt, and it's nothing crazy, but everything is magnified when you get to this moment in the playoffs.
This is true.
So a 4-0 spurt on the road where the crowd's getting into it, Caruso's just energized the entire team and building, that could absolutely feel like more serious, more dramatic, if you will. So I see that. I get it. I understand why that.
So just to stop the bleeding moment?
Yeah, I mean, a careless turnover by Vassell, bad entry pass to where Caruso fronting Wemby, easy steal. Like, you just got to clean that type of stuff up. You do.
Kevin O'Connor had the Mavs taking Kareem Lopez at 9.
I think if you want to talk NBA draft, I think without a question, he is the biggest wild card in the first round.
If we took Kareem Lopez, I think I would explode.
Biggest wild card. I think there could be worse picks.
Oh my God! If Braden Burries is on the board and we're taking Kareem Lopez, I might go do something.
Yeah, I could argue. I could argue, and I would understand taking him over like a Keenan Wagler.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, but if Burries is there, that's my guy.
Yeah, I like Burries. A lot. Super chat menu for today's stream. Any super chat gets on screen. We appreciate any donations to help us continue to go live and do more cool streams like this one. Shout out to Jeff Bartlett with the 2 super chats already. We got those on screen. We haven't got a $10 super chat yet. When we do, we'll spin our wheel of goodie. Could be things that we have to do. Could be things that you have to do. And then $50, I get to crack open my High Noon Tequila. I didn't even realize it's got the green screen. Look at that. It's the strawberry version. We'll do a beer bong, but
I didn't know we got High Noon.
Yeah, our fridge has more High Noons, no more Happy Dads, at least in our fridge right now. We'll see if that stays much longer. But make sure you do join the channel as well. We'll be live for the entire playoffs from here on out. Every Western Conference, every Eastern Conference, every NBA Finals game. We'll have you covered, as well as being live for the NBA Draft, for NBA Free Agency. It's really NBA season over the next 2 months, guys, and stay locked in. Subscribe here on the road to 434K.
It does not stop. We're gonna be having coverage more or less every day.
I know it will be every day.
Yeah,
because we will have an NBA stream every day over the next week and a half.
Yep.
Because there's no 2 days off. It's every other in these conference finals. So there will be a stream on the channel in the next for the next day. Let's say 12 days.
Best time of year.
Yeah, I would say that. I would argue March, but that's just me.
October's great too.
October's great. I think October is the second best sports month. I'll take March because of March Madness, NBA playoff push, as well as NFL free agency and MLB starting late. October's a close second, though, because you have MLB playoff baseball, you have the regular season NBA starting, NHL regular season starting, and you're in the swing of the NFL and college football. Back here. Oh, what a pass by Castle, but Wembanyama smokes the point-blank layup. SGA, spin move, elbow jumper. Ew. Oh, SGA.
That was gross.
Gets on the board, and just like that, OKC within 3. That was disgusting.
That was gross.
Oh, lingerie on the deck. I can't believe Wemby misses that point-blank layup,
know.
though. I've never seen that. Keldon Johnson, spot up open 3. Connects.
Missed coverage there.
6th man of the year drains the triple in his first attempt of the night. SGA attacking, gets inside, pulls up, 10-footer on the baseline. Can't connect on that one. Here comes Johnson in transition, attacking Holmgren. Stripped from behind, it's Caruso. His second steal. Saves it. OKC numbers in transition. Kick to the corner, it's Holmgren. Extra pass, Dort, left wing 3. No good.
San Antonio will live with Lou Dort shooting.
He's 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. They've dared Caruso to shoot from deep. They've dared Lou Dort to shoot from deep. 15-9 lead so far for the Spurs. Wemby crossover drive. Great defense, Holmgren, forcing the miss. That was excellent defense. SGA behind the back drive. Faces up, kicking. Caruso Passes up that three. Back to SGA. Won't pass up that corner three. And it's the second triple for Caruso. He's got, what is that? That is 10 points.
10 of their 12.
Caruso's got 10. Castle, the bump, kick. Keldon Johnson, corner three. Too strong. Rebound. OKC, chance to tie with a three here. Have trailed the entire game. SGA sees two bodies, resets. It's Dort. He'll try another left wing three. Another miss for Lu Dort.
Did I see a bit of a zone from San Antonio there?
No, they just rotated and showed two on SGA to force a reset. Castle inside to the rim, fouled. It's going to be on Caruso. So Castle heads to the line.
I mean, Alex Caruso changed this game. They're down 7-0 early. He brings them in early, and all of a sudden...
Yeah, where would the Thunder be without Caruso? 2 steals, 10 points. He just makes it happen, folks. Like I said, well worth $20 million per year. I mean, he is a more than capable three-point shooter. I understand that the game plan to allow Caruso to shoot, putting Wemby on him and just kind of sagging off. I don't know how long they're going to be able to go to that game plan, though.
Yeah, it won't be long, that's for sure.
Some substitutions for OKC. Caruso will check out, as well as Chet Holmgren. I believe we'll see Isaiah Hartenstein. Oh, SGA out as well. So Thunder going with Jared McCain, AJ Mitchell, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, and Hartenstein.
This is earlier than they usually bring McCain in. He wasn't until the second quarter in the Lakers series.
Acquired him at the trade deadline from the Sixers for a first-round pick. Williams swooping inside. Great Gortat screen by Hartenstein, allowing Williams to get to the rack. And he's on the board for the first time tonight. Wemby takes a seat as well. Luke Cornett in. Harrison Barnes in. Castle, three-pointer. No good. Rebound, Jalen Williams. Williams, pick and roll with Hartenstein. Free throw line pull-up. Too short. Rebound right back to him. And he will not miss the putback. Jalen Williams with back-to-back buckets. And the Spurs lead, which was once 9, down to 1. And this is where the Thunder really have the advantage. When they go to their true second units like these ones, it is clear. Oh, steal Hartenstein. Pitch ahead to A.J. Mitchell. The trailing Williams. 6 straight for Jalen Williams, and the Thunder have their first lead of the night. A 9-2 run over the last 2 minutes for the Thunder to take this lead. Harper, step back, right wing three, flat, short, rebound Hartenstein. Kick out McCain coast to coast, scoops it up and in. Pretty lefty move by McCain. And just like that, the Thunder lead by 3.
And that's why you don't take that early timeout, because now they are just going haywire.
12 bench points for OKC. They are winning that bench point advantage by 9. Castle, killer crossover, gets to the rack, and one. Stephon Castle has looked the part tonight.
That was a big response there by Castle. Tough take. Great crossover there by him. And he was able to get to the rim with the hoop in the arm.
Stephon Castle has impressed. I think he's been the best player on the floor, period. Yeah, Caruso's been phenomenal. But Castle, with a lot more ball handling responsibilities with no De'Aaron Fox tonight, has been sensational. And how about that lefty quick scoop layup there by Jared McCain, Coop?
McCain is such a bucket. I can't believe Philly gave up on him that early.
I said it on trade deadline day. That was a mistake. I understand you have Edgecombe, Maxey, Paul George, but I didn't understand that. How about Jalen Williams swooping inside? He's got 8 straight points for the Thunder. Welcome back, J-Dub.
He's back.
Castle looking for the response. Running floater. Good. My goodness, Stephon Castle. Quickly the other way comes Williams. Drop off Hartenstein. Trailing McCain. McCain, left wing 3. Too strong.
I think we're in for a good series.
Back and forth action. Dylan Harper. Between the legs, drive, bumps Williams, dotted line floater. Ooh, a whistle on Jalen Williams. So foul once again. I think that's the second on J-Dub, and it will be free throws for Harper. That is the second foul on J-Dub.
He'll likely head to the bench here, I'd assume.
Harper flat on the free throw, but gets the friendly roll off front rim. 85 people watching. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon. Live here for free. Breaking down Western Conference Finals action. We got daily content here on the channel as well. So like the video, like the stream, and subscribe. Harper makes both free throws as the Spurs leapfrog back in front. Gilgeous-Alexander back in for the Thunder. So both Williams in with A.J. Mitchell, SGA, and Cason Wallace. Small ball group for the Thunder. Wembanyama checks back in for San Antonio. SGA drive kick, Wallace three. Good! Cason Wallace delivers the right wing three. And the Spurs are having a hard time containing the dribble drive. A lot of open kick-out threes for OKC. They're 3 of 9, haven't been able to take total advantage so far, but have made him pay when it matters. Dylan Harper spinning inside. What a finish by Wembanyama off the miss, the putback to tie this game up at 25. Wemby with 6 points, 4 boards in the opening 12.
Averaging 4 blocks in the playoffs, too. I don't think he's got one
They
yet.
double SGA, leaving Jalen Williams wide open in the corner, and he can't convert. Weird strategy there by the Spurs. I don't know if that is the best way to win this series. Just bank on them missing open threes. J-Dub is a more than capable three-point shooter. Under 30 to go here in the open. Harper to the rack. Finishes over Jalen Williams. And the Spurs hold a 2-point advantage. Shot clock turned off. Quick double to get it out of SGA's hand. Now with 8 seconds, Jalen Williams will initiate the action. Pump fake. Fouled. Keldon Johnson caught with the pump fake. So Williams, in his first action since the first round, will go to the line where he can get into double figures.
It's an interesting strategy. They're blitzing SGA as soon as he crosses half court.
Yeah.
They're trying to go 4-on-3.
What do you make of that? Is that them just saying we don't believe in the surrounding scoring/shooting options in Oklahoma City? Or are they just that worried about SGA taking over?
Yeah, I think it's more so the latter. Like, I think they fully know the dangers that the rest of the OKC roster brings, but they just aren't going to get beat by SGA. Look, I mean, if that's the way you want to play it, I mean, I can see the reasoning behind it. It might not work out, and you might have to adjust, but I can see why Mitch Johnson would want to go to that.
Jalen Williams knots the game up at 2-7, 2.7 to go in the first quarter. 2 sevens everywhere. Buy some lottery tickets tonight. Castle gets it, loses the handle. Cason Wallace steal. I don't know if he got that shot off. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Couldn't put it in. So we will go to the second quarter, even at 27. Feeling out process here in quarter number 1. Intriguing defensive strategy by San Antonio. I think the Spurs have showcased that they're going to be the aggressor. A lot of their offensive half-court sets predicated on getting to the rim, getting downhill. You've seen it with Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and the Spurs forcing the Thunder in a lot of deep three-point shots. Grade the first quarter. Shout out to Peter, just came in here. Lorenzo typing B.
What up, Peter?
What do you make of that first quarter, Cole?
As I kind of said, I think that it is a precursor to what I believe will be a great series between these two teams. I think we're looking at the two best teams in the NBA right here, and they're dead even so far. You've had a big run by San Antonio. You had a big run by OKC to get it right back. You have Alex Caruso, who single-handedly got them back in the game. The Spurs with an interesting strategy, just blitzing SGA the second he crosses half court, forcing it out of his hands. I think there's a lot in this series. I think this is going to be a complex series with a lot of layers, and I think we've already seen that in the first 12 minutes.
Like, the part that I love about the NBA, and a lot of people will try to discredit some coaches, Coop.
They are incredible.
And say it's not the coaches, the players make the plays. And yes, the players make the shots, the players make the passes, the players make the defensive the plays, the blocks, the steals. But if you don't think that coaching matters in the NBA, I think you're nuts. Am I going to say it's the most important coaching job? No, I would still probably lean the coaches in the NFL, probably do the most and have the most influence. But the decisions that these coaches make in terms of how they're going to defend their opponents, it is truly incredible work. And then the adjustments on that. Like, how is Mark Dagenhalt going to adjust to the way that they're doubling SGA when he crosses half court offensively? How is Mitch Johnson going to play offense and change their strategy now that they've seen OKC put their guards, Caruso, Jalen Williams, on Wembanyama rather than their big men?
The best coaches are the ones in the NBA that can make adjustments. And when you look at guys like Dagnall there, I think Mitch Johnson's pretty good at it. Who I also think is pretty good at it is JJ Redick, able to make in-game adjustments there. Those are the coaches that really separate themselves from the pack. Rick Carlisle, one of them as well, because those guys just have such a good feel for the game that they're able to just kind of push the right buttons with their roster that they have to maximize that particular game. And that's something I really admire about those kind of guys.
And I'm so interested in Mitch Johnson because this could really be his coming out party.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I would say it already has been.
I mean, the regular season, but like, can you get it done in the postseason? Because if this early in his coaching career, obviously taking over for the great Greg Popovich, is able to get San Antonio to the finals, past the Thunder, in year one of this really like competitive team, because you saw the flashes last year, but obviously didn't matter and didn't really get in the postseason. But now that they have, this is their first run with Wemby in the postseason. And if you get to the finals year one, that not only tells you a lot about what this core can do in San Antonio, but about the coaching that Mitch Johnson brings to the table.
There's a reason he was the coach in waiting for a long time, and they finally gave him the job after Pop had some health complications, had to retire. He's a phenomenal coach.
Yeah, exactly, Big Dumper. Couldn't agree more myself. Back into action here in quarter number 2. How about Aaron Wiggins getting some PT here, Coop?
Yeah, the first time he's been in the rotation basically all playoffs.
Cason Wallace missing the right wing 3, buried one from that same spot in the first quarter, missing that one. They're continuously putting Alex Caruso on Wembanyama. Very interested by how that ultimately will work for the rest of the series. Harper getting downhill, kicking into the corner. That's an air ball 3 by Keldon Johnson. No big on the floor outside of Jalen Williams. That is J. Will, not J. Dub, but he's more of an undersized big. Aaron Wiggins in the corner, baseline drive, swings to Caruso. Already has 2 triples, can't make it a third. And Wembanyama just plucks that ball out of the air.
He's 7'5", and it just jumps over everyone. Unreal.
7 rebounds for Wembanyama early in this one. Harper, contested. Carter Bryant, the rookie from Arizona, kind of getting in the way there. Now he'll launch a 3. Too strong. Dysfunctional possession there for the Spurs. Thunder in transition. Aaron Wiggins comes up short on the corner 3. A lot of 3-pointers launched so far for each team. 13 for OKC. They're 3 of 13. San Antonio's 3 of 12. Keldon Johnson will line up another 3 and bottoms it. So 4 of 13 from 3 is San Antonio. The second triple for Johnson. San Antonio back in front.
I'm wondering if we should have taken the more on Victor rebounds.
Probably. SGA, step back, elbow jumper. Guess what? He's fouled. Hit.
There was no real foul baiting there. Champagnie gets him on the arm.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't try to draw a foul whatsoever. Just classic step back in. Little too aggressive on the closeout from Champagnie.
How about Keldon Johnson knocking down 2 early threes? 6th man of the year this season.
Wrongfully gifted that award.
Your guy?
Should have been Jaime Jaquez Jr. Keldon Johnson, terrific year, nothing to take away from him. But if you actually watch the games, there's nobody who impacted their team more off the bench than Jaime Jaquez.
I believe you.
I mean, as someone who watched all 82 games for the Heat, I am biased. I mean, Jaquez was our, I think, 3rd best player consistently throughout the year. Both free throws for SGA go. So 1-point lead for San Antonio. Missed 3 Champagnie. Kick out by Johnson. And the Spurs have another chance. Harper attacking. Kick out. Bryant. The 2 rookies. Making an impact.
They just left them wide open.
I mean, if you're the Thunder, Carter Bryant can stroke it, but you're going to live and die with a rookie and Bryant shooting from 3. Wiggins, corner 3. Just missed one, misses another. Rebound San Antonio. I mean, the Spurs are just funneling everything to the corner for 3. Harper, right wing 3. It's Rookie City. Timeout OKC. 7-point lead. The young men in San Antonio getting it done. Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant. Hello. What a start for the 2 Rooks.
Unbelievable. I mean, this young Spurs team, one thing you cannot take away from them is they are not scared. They will go at you. They will attack you. And they're doing a great job of it so far. You know they're fired up down in the 2-1-0.
I mean, everything about this team is predicated on youth, right? Wemby, 2023 draft. Castle, 2024 draft. Harper, 2025. Bryant, 2025. Rare veterans. Yeah, Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, De'Aaron Fox, all in that 2017 to 2019 draft. Vassell as well. But, man, the young...
Vassell's on his 2nd contract, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was drafted, I believe, 2018. I think he was in the Luka draft.
Oh, was he?
I believe so. That would be my guess. If you asked me what year Devin Vassell got drafted, I would answer 2018.
2020.
Wow, okay, way off. I really thought he was in that Luka
11th
draft.
overall.
I knew he was a lottery pick. I thought he was in that Luka draft.
I didn't remember.
We'll get back to the action here in 1 second, but today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. Get started today. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. Just use code HMA. They have so many different sports that you can play, whether it's basketball, they got esports, they got golf, hockey, baseball, and much more. I have an entry in today's game, which we'll take a look at how that is doing throughout tonight's stream. Less on Chet Holmgren points, more on Isaiah Hartenstein assist, and less on Stephon Castle assist. So really on the assist here. You see no points for Chet Holmgren. That's a good start. I mean, I'm hate watching in this one. Castle 2 assists. Don't love that, but it could be worse. Hartenstein with 1 assist. I'll take that. Should have 2. Should. Because if you remember,
you're right.
He gets the steal, throws it ahead to A.J. Mitchell.
God.
Mitchell, I mean, you could argue it was the right play. He could have went up and finished it with ease, but instead he drew in the defender and just dropped it off to Jalen Williams. But if Mitchell sprints to the rim and lays it off, there's no chance the defender gets there. So Hartenstein should have 2, only has 1. We'll see how that goes throughout tonight's stream. But join me on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. That link is in the live chat and description of today's stream.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't freak out when it happened live, but I certainly was like, damn, that's unfortunate to miss out there. And if Hartenstein finishes with 2 assists, A.J. Mitchell is going to have a conversation with Nick Roloff. I'm just kidding. I was going to say something. Oh, Big Dumper asks, is this the real finals? I would say yes. I think whoever wins this series wins the next series as well.
Oh, yeah, I'd agree.
Because to me, like,
I'll tell you what, San Antonio and the Knicks would be a hell of a series.
the one knock I had on San Antonio is, like, it's just too early for them. It's too young. They need to go through a tough series and a loss before they can get over the hump, because most teams have to go through that. I mean, this OKC Thunder team did in 2024 when they lost to the Mavericks in the second round. Then they come back in 2025 and win it. I feel like that has to do the same thing with the Spurs. But if the Spurs are able to get by the Thunder, I don't think the Knicks are going to, or the Cavs are going to scare them.
That's the toughest test. And you could sort of say the same thing about both the Knicks and the Cavs that you would about the Thunder. This new iteration of the Cavs hasn't really been this far yet. So they would kind of be in uncharted territory, as would the Knicks.
I wouldn't say the Knicks. They lost in the conference finals last year.
Yeah, but they've never been that far.
Yeah, true. We're back in the second quarter action here. 9 minutes to go. SGA thought about a step back, doubled, kicks to the corner for Wiggins. Wiggins pump fake, reset three, and that's a 0 for 3 start for Wiggins. All 3 shots wide open in the corner, just unable to make him pay. And if the Thunder can't make the Spurs pay for letting them shoot wide open corner threes, this could be a quick series, folks.
I've received a text from an NBA insider that I'll share at a dead ball.
Oh. Harper hounded by Caruso, missing the elbow jumper. Good defense there by Caruso, making life difficult for the rookie. SGA now attacking downhill. Quick double, kick, Wallace, left wing 3. No good. You can see the game plan.
You see it.
They are sending 2 bodies at SGA every time he gets to the free throw line and forcing a kick out. Oh, a blocking foul on Caruso as Wembanyama goes crashing to the floor.
A text that I received from an NBA insider. The defense is so good, no one even wants to try to touch the paint. If it comes down to three-point shooting, the Spurs are going to win, but they're not working hard enough to get Victor touches, and he needs to get his ass on the block.
Sounds like a big Coop text.
It is.
Yeah.
NBA insider.
You said NBA insider, and I was wondering of who it could be that I know you know, or if it's just someone here at Chat Sports. And then just based off you reading verbatim, I was like, that is exactly the way your dad would text you. Not that I know him that greatly. I just kind of had a feeling.
You're right.
Carter Bryant almost throws it away on the inbounds. Wallace knocks it out of bounds, so the Spurs will put it into play here. Spurs led as much as 9 in quarter number 1. Thunder came back to take the lead, but you see San Antonio up 7 again here early, second quarter. Keldon Johnson to the rack, can't finish, but Wembanyama right over the back of Holmgren for the putback. Layup, I guess, dunk. It wasn't really a dunk, but he had 2 hands basically on the rim.
Need to see more of that from both teams. Go to the rim.
Carter Bryant with the defense on SGA. Double, kick out, Caruso 3. Got to start hitting him. Caruso leading scorer for OKC. 13 points, Coop.
Look, if that's the game plan, OKC's going to have to start. You're right. You're going to have to start making them. Caruso's got 3 of them.
Castle doubled inside the Wemby. Oh, my goodness.
He's an alien.
How do you defend that? And now Carter Bryant called for a foul, reaching in on SGA, 90 feet from the basket. Double-double for Wemby. 10 points, 10 assists already. Or 10 rebounds, excuse me.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Caruso dared to shoot, pump fake drive, gets by. Oh, but he smokes the layup. Wembanyama's pursuit certainly influenced that. Vassell transition 3, passes it up, and now the Spurs work under their half-court set. It almost looked like Caruso had that ball slip out of his hands.
He knew Wemby was behind him and was swatting that shit.
Castle to the rim, loses it out of bounds. That is off his knee, will be a turnover.
Caruso absolutely felt the presence of Wemby in that one.
Castle wants this reviewed. I got to be honest, Castle, what are you talking about? It was the most obvious off your knee I've ever seen. SGA getting downhill, kicking Caruso, dared to shoot once again. Caruso, his 4th 3 of the half.
They left him wide open. They didn't even try.
16 points for Alex Caruso.
They didn't even try to close out.
I mean, they're just doubling SGA every time he steps foot inside the arc. Castle attacking, kicking. Vassell 3. No good. Rebound
Good
McCain. Good box out there. Oh, McCain just throws it away, pinballs around, but luckily OKC regains control. SGA gets downhill, loses it, turnover, his second of the game.
The rare time he didn't get double-teamed.
Johnson, oh, that's got to be an illegal screen. That is a bad miss by the officials.
I missed it.
Wembanyama just lays out McCain, no call. Oh, bad pass from Wallace, almost turns it over. Now SGA drives, kicks, Caruso, corner three. That one doesn't fall. Ball loose, still loose. It will be out of bounds, and it will stay with the Thunder as we've got a liquid spillage on the court.
I think if that went out, it was going to be Spurs ball.
Oh, Nickeil Alexander-Walker sitting baseline. No, it would have been off Castle there. He saved that. Why did they call it dead? I mean,
Did he save it?
Yeah, Castle saved that.
You got Shai's cousin sitting courtside.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker. You're not going to challenge that because it was no immediate possession, but that ball was not out of bounds. Wembanyama takes a seat. Substitutions on each team. A.J. Mitchell's been quiet tonight. 4 on the shot clock. To McCain. McCain throws it away. 5 minutes to go in the opening corner. Or half, I should say. Oh, that's going to be an over and back. Whoa! They're going to say McCain hit that. I don't know when. Castle inside. Cornette rejected by Hartenstein. Coop, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I want to see a replay on that. I want to see a replay on this one, too.
I thought McCain touched it after it already crossed half court. Ugh.
How about you show us the replay of the last play?
Ball is thrown to the backcourt.
Oh, my God.
Almost over and back. Saved. Harrison Barnes inside. No good. That was a wild sequence. Holmgren going coast to coast. He has no points yet. Hasn't even attempted a shot. Kick out. McCain three. It does not go. Five of 20 from three is OKC. Harper to the rim, probing, and resets.
Cornette been a great offseason acquisition.
Harper attacking Hartenstein. Rejected again. 2 straight blocks for Hartenstein. Holmgren to the rim. Fouled by Cornette. Oh, he got drilled in the face. Hartenstein takes exception to it. 2 free throws for Holmgren inbound. And we'll see if he is going to be able to rebound from this. Spurs with a hard foul. You imagine this might get reviewed here, Coop?
Yeah, they're going to go to the monitor and look at this one. I'll tell you what, this officiating crew, particularly John Goble, has had a bad postseason. And
Really?
Oh, yeah. He has gotten the wrath of multiple coaches and players during this postseason.
I mean, there's nothing egregious about this.
Yeah, let's see on this side.
He hits the forearm, and then his hands just comes through and
that
hits
can't
Holmgren
be
in
a
the face.
flagrant for me.
If he straight whacked Holmgren in the face, okay. But if it hits forearm and then face, that's accidental. That can't be more than a carry on.
Yeah, that's a common foul if I've ever seen one. But then again, these officials have been horrific throughout the entire postseason. What's new?
I expect this to be a quick review, Coop.
I would hope so. Yeah, Chet sort of gets contacted, but there's no windup. There's no malicious intent from Luke Cornette. This is an easy call for me. And then Hartenstein should get a technical for what he did.
I'm a Hartenstein guy, Coop. I do not understand why he took exception.
I would like him to get 2 more assists.
Did you take it as well?
I did.
Okay.
I put 20 on.
Okay. I thought I was supposed to have a $10 bonus lineup, but I didn't get that counted for me.
That's rude.
Yeah, it says I have it. I got to use it by the 24th. I tried to use it. And
you have to use it on like a certain lineup?
Oh, that can't be the case.
Certain style of lineup.
That can't be the case. Yeah, this will not rise to the level of a flagrant foul. Will stay a common foul, so 2 free throws for Chet Holmgren, and we will play ball. How about this name? Pederis Pinnis. A commit to Oregon State basketball team.
Say that one more time.
Pederis Pinnis. Petteris.
Yep.
Pinnis.
Pederis Pinnis.
Now,
Pinnis?
there is a chance that is how you say it, or penis.
Probably not. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? Oh my God, this would be a full-blown disaster. Kevin O'Connor said in his mock draft that he's got leak sources that have connected the Nets at 6 to Adai Mara and Nate Amen. The Nets taking Nate Amen at
so
set
funny.
6 would be the most Brooklyn Nets thing of all time.
He stinks.
Yeah. Holmgren on the board, 2 points at the line. Brings OKC within 5. Vassell spinning, free throw line jumper. That's a pro move by Devin Vassell. He's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, not much from him.
Thunder really won this second unit minute with Jalen Williams leading the charge. He tries to draw a foul, no call inside, and he misses the floater. Castle the other way. He tries the same move Williams, no good.
Shoot it!
Out and running. McCain to Williams to the rim. Oh, did Hartenstein have the kick out?
I want McCain to pull up.
12 points for J-Dub in his return. Castle inside. Turns it over. McCain read it like a book. McCain now running and gunning. McCain bumps Cornette and lays it in. That's a beautiful move by Jared McCain. And now the Spurs call timeout. And once again, this second unit of OKC, McCain, Holmgren, Hartenstein, Mitchell, and Jalen Williams dominating the unit of Castle, Vassell, Champagnie, Barnes, and Cornette. We've seen these 2 5-man groups play each other now for about 8 minutes, and I don't know if I could get a live number on it, but it's pretty crazy right now, the difference in favor of OKC to San Antonio with those 2 5-man lineups on the floor.
Yeah, it does feel like the OKC bench is dominating them. And, I mean, credit to Jared McCain, who I absolutely love as a player. He's someone that completely just changes the calculus of the game because he's such a professional scorer, and he can do it any which way. He was unconscious from 3 in the Lakers series. You've seen him get to the rim multiple times tonight. He's an underrated playmaker as well. Like, he is the perfect bench piece for this OKC team. 3-point game here with 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, well, that was the second time out of this. Half, so got 3.5 minutes to go until halftime here. 3-point San Antonio lead, who have been in control really all night long. We'll see if they're able to continue that, but we noted in the pregame portion of the stream coop that the Thunder have been an excellent, and we mean excellent, third quarter team all postseason long.
Yes, they have been. They have. That is where their bread and butter has been, and it would not shock me at all if that was the case once again here. If it just took them a while to get into the series, and then the third quarter is when they really took off.
I mean, I'm trying to see the third quarter numbers for the Thunder this year.
They outscored the Lakers by like 30 in the third quarter in that series.
Yeah, I want to see it here. 1 second here. Because they have been fantastic.
Ty Man says Spurs, Cavs finals. Cavs take it. Good luck to you, Ty Man. Not happening. I got the Knicks in 6.
Wow, what if I told you, Coop, that the Thunder are very dominant in the third quarter of this postseason, but San Antonio is better?
I'd be surprised.
In the third quarter of the playoffs this year, San Antonio's third quarter, 120.8 offensive rating, 89.7 defensive rating, so net rating of 31.1. OKC, 128.8 offensive rating, so much better there, but 104.2 defensive rating. So their net rating in the third quarter is 24.6. How about this, Coop? Is this an indicator of the 4 teams left in the postseason? If you look at the third quarter net rating of the NBA playoffs, Spurs number 1, 31.1, OKC 2, 24.6, Knicks 3, 23.4, Cavs 4, 19.3.
There you go. That
So
tells
the
you all you need to know.
4 teams left in the playoffs, the 4 best teams in the playoffs, third quarter.
It tells you all you need to know.
In case you're wondering, the 5th team was actually the Denver Nuggets, who were eliminated in the first round.
Be interested to see what they do this offseason.
Yeah, rumors that roster could be blown up. Let's get back to the first half action. Wembanyama back in for the Spurs. 3 minutes to play here. Castle, step back 3 over Holmgren, rattles in and out, rebound, tracked down by Cason Wallace. Jalen Williams in transition. It's been really good here in quarter number 2. SGA gets to the mid-range, but misses that one. What was that?
Don't love that.
Was that the computer?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. SGA only 4 points on 1 of 5 shooting here in the first half. Wembanyama posting up on Jalen Williams at the elbow. Sees 2 bodies, swoops inside, and puts it up and in with ease.
I mean, the height that he gets is just unbelievable. No one's stopping that.
I mean, yeah, no one can contest it. A.J. Mitchell, he hasn't done a thing so far. Jalen Williams attacking and throws it away. That's a third. Jalen Williams has been good. He has turned the ball over a ton. Now Castle getting downhill. Loses it. He's turned it over 3 or 4 times. Thunder in transition. SGA to the corner for Wallace. One more Mitchell. Mitchell now attacks. He'll pull up. And he misses the 6-footer. That feels like a massive missed opportunity for OKC.
He's had a bad night so far. Hasn't really played a whole lot either. After starring in the second round.
Harper getting downhill. Swings it to Castle. Castle inside the Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the bump and dunk.
I mean.
That you can't see that's what happens when you put Jalen Williams on.
He's going over him.
You have to put Chet Holmgren. So far, Mitch Johnson has severely outcoached Mark Dagenhall. Cason Wallace working inside. Drop off Jalen Williams. Doesn't try Wembanyama. Now brings him out to the perimeter. Crossover attack. Can't finish. Holmgren can't get the rebound, but Wallace does.
Shoot that.
Wallace, left wing 3. No. And we got 1 minute to play in quarter number 2. Vassell, quick trigger 3. Connects. 10-point lead for San Antonio. Holmgren left alone in the corner from 3. Big shot for Chet Holmgren.
They needed that one to go bad.
That was his first shot attempt of the game, Coop. 5 points. Spurs taking their time here. Won't go 2 for 1. Content taking a decent-sized lead into the break. Wembanyama driving, spinning, free throw line fadeaway on Holmgren. No. Rebound Mitchell. And that's the exact reason why you have to put Chet Holmgren on Wembanyama. Wembanyama might be longer than Holmgren, but Chet gives you the best chance to where you can guard him in the low block as well as on the perimeter.
I mean, when you have Jalen Williams on him, who is a good defender, by the way, he has no chance. Is he going to win like 10 depoys?
Probably. Under 10 seconds to go. They double SGA once again. 7 seconds. Jalen Williams, crossover, free throw line, jumper. Rattles in and out. Holmgren can't put it up and in as time expires. So we will enter the break with the Spurs leading 51-44.
I'm not surprised at how this first half went, but I do feel like Mitch Johnson has severely outcoached Mark Daigneault so far, and there's certainly going to have to be adjustments on OKC's end. What that is, I'm not sure. Do they come out in the second half and start Alex Caruso over Hartenstein? I could see it happening.
I mean, you have to, in my opinion, you have to put Chet Holmgren on Wembanyama.
Couldn't agree more.
I mean, if you are going to continue to play small, you're done. And I would say play small, but guard Wemby with smaller players, you're done. You're done.
Now, and does that lend credence towards playing both your bigs in Hartenstein and Holmgren to kind of give them different looks? Interesting strategy for OKC.
You look at this game so far, Coop, nothing really stands out other than the three-point shooting.
Yeah, 6 of 17 for the Spurs and 5 of 20 for OKC. It's more threes than I expected to be taken in this series, but both teams are afraid of the paint presence of both Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. Or as Pat Riley would say, Wembaya.
That's so ridiculous.
I mean, it was hilarious. But, I mean, you have the Defensive Player of the Year on one end and Chet Holmgren, who might be the second best rim protector in the league. Like, he's pretty damn good himself. So both of these teams are taking an exorbitant amount of threes. And Caruso has 4 of the 5 made threes for OKC?
I'll say this. It's clearly a directive from Mitch Johnson in the way that they're defending OKC, Coop. I don't think there's any specific defensive mindset for OKC in the way that they're funneling it to the 3 line for the Spurs. I feel like the Spurs settling for threes is when they can't get downhill and they're forced to take tough threes, as opposed to the Thunder. Their threes are wide open because OKC is being left wide open with the Spurs defensive directive.
I wonder if we see a switch up in the rotation, and we'll see if the Thunder go with Isaiah Joe here in the second half.
Yeah, hasn't played at all.
Hasn't played in this game yet, and he's an absolute sniper from 3. And if that's how the game's going to be played out, you want to get your best shooters on the floor. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw Isaiah Joe in the second round or in the second half.
I have said for the longest time, I think Isaiah Joe is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. It shocks me that his minutes aren't very high, and I know the numbers haven't been as good for him this year. I'm convinced that he never misses a shot.
He didn't miss a shot against the Lakers, which makes me even more surprised that he's not playing in the series. They went with Aaron Wiggins over Isaiah Joe in those minutes.
I mean, I like Wiggins, but I feel like you're really going to need to punish the Spurs for these defensive rotations and the way they're defending. And I think you got to get your best three-point shooters out there. And I also don't think, I know Isaiah Joe's not the best defender here, but there's just no way it can be that bad to where you can't play him.
Yeah, I would try to get him out there if I was Mr. Mark Daigneault over there. Chet Holmgren with 1 field goal attempt, and it was a 3 at the end of the first half.
5 points.
Go along.
Yeah, let's do a halftime check-in on my Prize Picks, Coop.
Yeah, let's take a look here as well. I think we're in a pretty decent position.
I don't love it. I mean, we're in play, but I don't love it.
Castle 4 assists concerns me.
And the reason why is because I think 3 of assists are just dump-offs to Wemby inside.
That's right.
And you remember that bunny that Wemby messed?
Yep.
That was off of a Castle feed, so it should be a 5.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Now, if Castle pushes and the other two hit, this lineup voids.
No, it becomes a 2 lineup.
But then you can't have them on the same team. Because I had this last series.
No.
Yes, I had this last series where the exact same thing happened, where I got a push and then I had 2 Lakers players hits and they voided it, the whole lineup. And they gave me the money back.
That's ridiculous.
But they voided it.
That's ridiculous.
Because they call it a 2-player lineup and you can't have 2 of the same players on the same team. So we really need Stephon Castle's playmaking ability to not show in the second half.
That's crazy. I don't know if Hartenstein gets to 3 assists because I don't know how much he's going to play in this.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Caruso started the second half.
I love this graphic, though. This graphic's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Shout out to Mr. Brett Scott.
I like how the bar moves up.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did that, but that's cool.
Yeah.
And I like that it's green because we took the less. Because there's still less. You know how it's red because we have the more on Hartenstein. He hasn't got there yet.
Yes, but why?
Because it's currently green. It's green until it's not.
So shouldn't the Hartenstein one be green as well?
No, because it's red. It's not good. I'm saying because it's
Oh, I see.
It's
I
green
see.
because
yeah,
we
yeah,
took the
I'm
less,
there.
and it's less than
It's
the
valid
number.
at the moment.
But
If these numbers were to stand, we would
be
lose.
green. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. I'm there. Shout out, Brett.
Subscribe if you haven't already. We've picked up about 10 subscribers on today's stream. We appreciate everybody for joining us here. Second half action, probably what? 8 minutes away?
Yeah, 10 probably.
10 minutes away, says Coop. In case you were wondering, the Canadiens are up 2-1 entering the final period.
It was 2-0.
Dangerous league in hockey, sports.
Well,
you say.
they'd rather be up 2-1 right now.
Correct. If
Yeah.
they entered the third quarter 2-0, they would have lost. Now they might win. They might, though. Who knows?
I would like to see the Canadiens get to the finals.
Who would they play?
They would play either the Las Vegas Golden Knights or the Colorado Avalanche. You're talking about in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Correct.
I actually don't remember.
I mean,
Carolina.
the Hurricanes. They're that good, huh?
8-0.
Really? Are they wagging?
Yep.
And that's talking hockey.
They legitimately have not played in 2 weeks. Game 1, they will have a 2-week break.
How's that possible?
Their game 4 ended before this series played game 3.
That can't be possible.
It legitimately, it's going to be 14 days.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing in hockey?
I think it's bad.
Well,
You wanna play?
I don't know the sport because if that happened in baseball, it'd be awful.
No, yeah. It is similar to that where you want to play.
Do you look at this as something impacting this series? Because the Thunder have been done for, I think, 6 days. They finished last Tuesday.
Last Monday.
So it's been full 7 days.
Yeah.
That the Thunder haven't played. Meanwhile, the Spurs' final game was on Friday.
Yeah.
So do you think that has come into play at all?
Maybe. Knocking off the rust a little bit. I think it's less impactful in basketball than it is in baseball or hockey, but it certainly could have been a factor in the first half.
I think it really
definitely matters.
I don't think it was that impactful. Oh, my God. Did you see that? They just flashed a graphic, and it was Nuggets Lakers. They didn't even play this. The leaked script.
Unbelievable.
They
didn't get it.
Alternate universe.
Adam Silver.
Let's go Wemby stats here at halftime because he's been unbelievable so
An
far.
absolute wagon. Victor Wembanyama in this first half. How do you do? 14 points and 10 boards. I wonder how many blocks he's got, too.
I don't think he has any.
No blocks? Averaging 4 blocks a night in the postseason. Oh, nice. The Rangers are getting blown out again.
Yeah, no blocks. Well, because they funneled everything. Like, OKC.
Everything's on the perimeter.
A 3.
Yeah.
So, Wemby's rim deterrence, I mean, you could argue. Well, but I would say usually, all right, maybe his rim deterrence is the reason why OK's shooting so many threes. But that's actually not the case. It's just that they're doubling SGA every time he gets inside the three-point arc. And in some cases, crosses half court, so they just take what the defense is giving it to them, kick it to the open shooter that's being left open because of the double team, and they're just shooting the three. Like, it's not like the OKC Thunder have taken bad shots.
No, they're taking open shots. They're just not hitting him.
Like, this could be a 15-point Thunder lead if they're shooting 50% from three.
Absolutely.
Let's go back to the team stats real quick. Like, I know it's a what-if type of thing, but OKC shooting 6 of 22
Yeah,
from
let's
three.
say if they were 11 of 22.
If they are shooting 11 of 22, which is 50%, which is, I know, a little bit crazy, but these are all wide open threes.
59, 51.
They would be up by 8. So the age-old NBA today, it's a make or miss league.
It is. Jeff Van Gundy. Now, I will say this. Like, there have been some plays where Wemby has absolutely impacted the shot. There was the one that Caruso went up to the rim on that he kind of smoked the layup.
I would like to see a replay of that because I think he more or less has kind of had that slipped in.
You think it just slipped?
I think it slipped out of his hands. I think it slipped out of his hands, Mr. Coop. That was my guess. That was my guess. That's just me, though. Wow. I thought you guys said Frank Chester was bad.
They were bad.
Their win streak started with us, I think.
Yeah, they clinched.
And it looks...
My team's playing tonight without me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, we had no other option.
Who's the sub?
Steven.
Oh, you guys are going to win.
That's the hope.
Hive Mind won today, too. So they're 6-8. If you guys win, the Bonnies are eliminated without even a chance tomorrow.
That's correct.
Bummer. You guys are playing the Toads, though. Wow,
Yeah, we're starting right now.
That's a good team, man.
It's a tough draw.
We lost in a big way last week to the Scarlet Knights, and we were talking to them. I was like, there are just some teams that I don't think we ever can beat because they're like elite at history, geography, and like science, and relatively good enough on sports. And I said the Scarlet Knights is one of them. And because after they blitzed us, I was telling it to them. I was like, you guys in the Hypno Toads, I don't think we'll ever beat. And then they go, well, you beat us in week 2 this year. And I was like, we did? How was that possible? That'd be the biggest insanity moment of our life.
Frank Chester was 0-6.
And then they beat us,
Yeah.
and then they just won every game.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it says they finished. Okay, so they went 6-1 in the year.
That's insane.
They're the opposite of us, who started off 4-2, and now we've lost 7 in a row.
I didn't see this, but Jalen Hurts didn't attend A.J. Brown's wedding.
He didn't have a lot of Eagles guys there. You know who his groomsmen were? I saw like a tweet. Isaiah Rodgers, no longer on the Eagles. Darius Slay, no longer on the Eagles. And there was another ex-Eagle as well.
No ex-Titans.
Oh, yeah, no ex-Titans. You think Mike Vrabel was invited?
Who'd he bring as his plus one?
Rasheem Doug.
All right, I'll be here.
No, I'm actually good here. Who you got in the second half here? OKC or the Spurs? I updated the live poll at halftime, and 71%, now 72%, going with the Spurs. Does San Antonio get the road win to open up this Western Conference Finals? %72% live chat. Ty Man's going with San Antonio. They're still there?
No.
Oh. I thought you were talking about a cross. I was like, damn. Like, they're grinding over there, man. They're grinding over there. Still 2-1. Still 2-1. Flying High says Spurs are not the Lakers. Indeed, they aren't. Definitely the biggest competition OKC's facing this postseason.
All season, for sure. I mean, look, in the regular season, which obviously is different from the playoffs, the Spurs have had OKC's number.
4-1.
Mm-hmm. I think it's so weird that sometimes you'll play a team 5 times now with the cup.
Yeah, like the Heat played the Magic 5 times this year and went 0-5 against them.
Oh, that's right.
They went. I mean, I love this stat. They went 0-13 against 3 teams: the Celtics, Raptors, and Magic.
That's insane. They played the Raptors 5 times too.
4.
They
played the Celtics 4 times, the Magic 5 times,
and then
the
Raptors
4 times.
That's insane.
Which I don't really know why we played both Toronto and Boston 4 times. Because I mean, I know you play the Eastern Conference at least 3 times, but
yeah, and then you play like I think it's 2 or 3 other teams 4 times. It just happened
to be those 2.
What do we have here, Mr. Roloff?
Jalen Williams stretching out his calf/Achilles/hamstring, maybe? I don't know. I remember doing those playing baseball.
Before you threw a no-no?
I did throw a no-hitter. Subtle flex. I'm nice. Against one of my good friends, which I didn't know at the time. Because I met him in college.
Oh, really?
But it was against him.
Went to the School of St. Bonaventure?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, for now. I give him shit all the time about it. Now, he was kind of a PO, so like he didn't really get
I was going to say, if you mowed him down, that'd be sick.
He did get one at bat that game. And I think he popped out.
Do you have the ball?
What's that?
Do you have the ball?
Yeah. All right. Second half
Here
underway. OKC down by 7. They start with the ball and immediately turn it over. Dylan Harper gets the steal and gets the bucket inside. So the opposite of a dream start for the Thunder, down 9 once again.
They did change the starting lineup. It is Cason Wallace who is in to start the second half.
Instead of Hartenstein, SGA after the turnover, missing the midi jumper. Dylan Harper loses the handle, ball loose, picked up by the Spurs. Now Castle driving. Castle up and under move, kick out. Harper, one more Vassell, corner 3. No, rebound Champagnie. Harper downhill. He kicks it out. And now they swing it to Castle, who misses the 3.
What do you make of this adjustment?
I like it. I thought they should have stayed Cason Wallace from the jump. That's just me, though. J-Dub driving. Tough pull-up. And 1! Castle from the side hitting Jalen Williams. A much-needed and 1 there to bring the Thunder within 7. I don't think that was a foul, to be fair.
Yeah, didn't see much there.
Jalen Williams converts the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and it's a 6-point game. Hit that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. Let's get to 60 likes, please. Castle now, series of screens. Swinging into the corner, Harper, pump fake drive, kick, back out to Castle. One more Vassell, who misses the 3. Needed that one, Coop.
Needed that one to go.
No, to miss.
To go, no?
Would have been a Castle assist.
True.
SGA driving, kicking, Holmgren 3, and he knocks it down. So Holmgren's taken just 3 shots. He's 2 for 3, 2 triples, OKC within 3. Castle driving, jump stop, pretty move.
Oh, that was nice.
Pro
hop.
That's a Dan Hurley special. Play off 2 feet, young fellas. Cason Wallace dared to shoot. He drives. Great screen by Holmgren as Wallace works his way to the rim. Sloppy start defensively for San Antonio in this half.
Yeah, they've let OKC get right back in it.
25 points off the bench. Wembanyama. Whoa! A fastball to the corner. Too hot to handle. Missed corner three. Chance to tie or bring themselves within one. SGA sensing a moment. Drive, kick. Jalen Williams to Dort. He's been quiet all night, and he remains quiet. Oh, but Wallace out of nowhere with the offensive rebound. I mean, bad effort on the glass there by San Antonio. SGA now driving. Elbow jumper. Too strong. Now 1 of 7 from the field.
Now they haven't as aggressively double-teamed him.
Wemby, pick and pop. Champagnie inside. Loses it, gets it back, and puts it in. Lost it, Coop. That's what they'll say.
Little bobble?
Little bobble. I don't know if I've ever personally seen SGA struggle as much as he has from the field.
He went 1 for his first 11 in one of the games against the Lakers, so he could heat up here quickly.
SGA driving on Harper, kicking to the corner. Dort with a pump fake. Now Jalen Williams attacks. Back out to SGA. Catch and shoot corner three. Not going to miss many of those. He hits his first shot of the half, and OKC's within 2.
He's staying the course.
Oh, Cason Wallace rips Castle. That's going to be a jump ball. No, a 10-second. 8-second. Excuse me, forgot we're not in college. What a play by Cason Wallace, getting the turnover, and now OKC can tie or take the lead. Buffalo, tie ball game.
Really? Oh, my.
Can you say ball game, or is it a tie puck game?
It's a hockey game.
Tie puck game.
Doesn't fly.
SGA coming off of a made corner three, gets the switch on the Champagnie, directing traffic, attacks, step back three for the lead. Short. Dort with the offensive rebound. Dort for the lead. Dort gives it to him. Timeout OKC. Or the Spurs, I should say. Mitch Johnson incensed with the effort. The third quarter of a Western Conference Finals game, and OKC just wants it more.
He should be incensed with the effort there. I mean, that was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I'll say this, Coop. I can't believe how much the Thunder are outworking San Antonio.
Yeah.
Is that the inexperience of a younger team to not put their foot on the gas pedal when it needed? Like, how are you coming out flat here in quarter number 3? They've had a couple sloppy turnovers. They've allowed now 4 offensive rebounds for OKC in the span of 4 minutes.
It certainly could be that inexperience that's coming through. I mean, you can't start the second half with the lack of effort like they've had here. It's frankly unacceptable, and I'm sure Mitch Johnson's telling them that right now as we speak. Early timeout as the Thunder take. Is this their first lead of the game?
No, they reclaim the lead in the first quarter.
Late in the first. That's right.
First lead since the first quarter for sure. Today's stream is presented by Prize Picks. Get started today. #1 daily fantasy sports app in America, but they've got more than daily fantasy sports, folks. You can get in on team picks, make predictions on game winners, spreads, totals. You can do it all over on Prize Picks. I have a lineup for today's game that, honestly, we'll see. We're in a good spot with Chet Holmgren. We're going to have to work for it with Stephon Castle, less than 6 assists. We're also going to need Hartenstein to get in the game. I just don't know how many minutes he'll play here in half number 2. But let's hope he gets 2 more assists if he's in for at least another 6 minutes. You can join me and the millions others on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks.
Should I take an early payout?
What is the offer?
Yeah, I'm going to look.
They don't always offer it. So, it depends on the situation.
in the situation.
I can't imagine the payout would be very high.
Yeah, they're not even offering it.
Yeah. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But the Thunder down by 7 at the half, 9 at one point, reclaim the lead. Now, let's see if the Spurs have a response. As we're back here in the Paycom Center.
In Bricktown.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this Dylan Harper box out. Not there.
Oh, you can't do that.
And then just leaves Dort in the corner and doesn't even get over to contest. Mitch Johnson called timeout, stepped on the floor, and yelled, "Rebound, come on." I don't even know what Greg Popovich would have done. They're talking about Pop versus Mitch Johnson. Popovich might have had him assassinated.
Yeah, he might have had a heart attack on the floor. What am I?
First lead since it was 25-23 in quarter number 1. What a feed inside by Castle, and a good foul by Dort there to take Wembanyama away from a dunk, and he'll have to earn it at the line.
That is huge.
That's big for us with the less on Castle assists. It was actually SGA with the foul. That's the one thing that I've said for a long time here, Coop, that SGA doesn't get enough credit for how smart he is defensively.
He is smart.
Is he an all-NBA defender? No. But for someone who has as high as a usage rate as he does on that offensive end, he is one of the more impactful defensive players. When you look at everybody with their usage rate offensively, doubt many of them have the same impact defensively as SGA does.
Here comes Carter Bryant in for Harper early. I think Mitch Johnson wants to see some more effort and defensive intensity, and that's why he brings in Bryant for Harper.
And Carter Bryant will give you that.
Yeah. The rookie out of Arizona. They're going to have yet another lottery pick.
Yep. I believe he went 14. Or
11th,
11th?
I think. 11th.
11th? 11 or 14. Spurs go back in front by 1. Jalen Williams inside, drive kick, Holmgren, pump fake, Chet back into the rim, pulls up at the free throw line, way short. Chet and Wemby battling, Wemby facing up, driving, kicks, Carter Bryant. He swings it out to Champagnie, who nets the 3. And a good 5-0 response out of the timeout by San Antonio. And the back and forth action continues. Oh, Cason Wallace with a killer crossover, but Wemby forces him to kick it out. SGA doubled. Kicks. Holmgren, right wing 3. That's short. And Wemby gets the rebound. And look at the defense from the Spurs here out of the timeout. Castle to the rim. Fouled.
SGA wants a jump ball here.
Yeah. I don't know what the call is here and who it is on. I don't know if they're going to challenge this. Doesn't look like they will, so Castle's at the line.
Oh my God, we're blowing them out.
What?
We're up 8-1.
Who's we?
The Herb Street Knicks.
Oh. That's a bummer. Luke Cornett subbing in for Wembanyama. This is something to monitor. The Thunder, with Wemby on the bench, have dominated tonight. Up by 5, potentially 6. It will be 6. How does that happen? McCain driving, kicking. Caruso's been the hero tonight. He finds Hartenstein, who is fouled by Champagnie, and 2 free throws are coming for the lefty.
I mean, Luke Cornett's a big man, and he looks small next to Victor. Yeah. Luke Cornett's 7'1".
Hive Mind won. You guys are winning. And Frank Chester won.
A lot of game. We're at halftime right now.
But that's now, if you guys win, that's 6 wins. That does officially eliminate us.
Yeah.
$64-60. Castle, pick and pop, Cornette, 4-point game. Keldon Johnson, stonewalled. Castle. Oh, I thought he walked with that. Yeah, he did.
They got it.
It was a late whistle because the side official didn't call it. The baseline did. I thought that was a travel immediately. Officials got it right. Oh, my God. Apparently, a goal got waved off. Apparently, Buffalo took the lead, and then it got waved off.
I saw it.
Wow. 4-point game. A.J. Mitchell's been non-existent tonight. Swings. Oh, wide open. Jared McCain, corner 3. Hasn't he been something here in the second half, Coop?
He's a dog, man.
McCain's been phenomenal. McCain and Caruso have saved this game. That's why the Thunder are so good. They're just so deep. Anybody can beat you on a given night. And this second unit for the Thunder continuously giving problems to the Spurs. Keldon Johnson, baseline drive to no man's land. Stepped on the baseline. What defense by OKC?
Outside of that stretch by San Antonio, it feels like the defensive effort for both teams has absolutely been there.
Yeah. Thunder have a chance to go back out in front here. That's the 11th turnover of San Antonio. A.J. Mitchell to McCain. McCain searching for a shot, turns it over. Harper now in transition. Harper swooping inside, gets to the left hand, and finishes. Timeout. Mark Dagan. OKC talks it over. 66-63.
4:44 left. We've had a lot of weird numbers tonight.
4-4-4-4.
We had the 2-7, 2-7, 2-7.
27-27 with 2.7 seconds left was crazy.
Do I need to go buy a lottery ticket?
Mega Millions is tomorrow night. I think it's Tuesday and Fridays.
Is it big?
I'd say at 277.
Yeah. Can't get me the door for less than 500.
That's crazy.
I don't ever play the lottery unless
I don't either.
If it's that high, though, I will.
I think it has to be at least 150 to get me to consider it. At least 150 to consider it. Over 111 people watching. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to 70 likes right now.
Let's do it.
70 likes, and I'll crack open my high noon and take a sip. Let's get to 70 likes. Let's get to 70 likes right now. Bosses are trying to get us to 70. Let's get into 70. We're at 63. We're 6 away.
Keep it going. Hit that thumbs up icon. Free and easy way to help out the channel. More likes we get, the more YouTube will push this stream to others, and we can make this a big party. That's the goal.
If you've liked the stream, type me. If you've liked the stream, type me. I want to give some shout-outs to the people that have liked it.
Let's go.
Shout out Linda. Shout out Drew. Shout out Garvey. 5 likes away from 70. Hit that thumbs up icon. Shout out Giuseppe. We're 4 likes away from 70. Let's get there.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God, we're choking.
What, really?
It's about to be 7-6.
Oh my God, I thought you guys were up 8-1.
We were up 7-1.
7-6, you say?
It's about to be 7-6.
That would be an unbelievable choke.
It's 8-7. 8-7 after 7 rounds.
High scoring game.
Yeah.
High scoring game. 3 likes away from 70. Hit that thumbs up icon.
Three minutes away from overtime in Western New York.
Okay, Holmgren and Wemby highlighting their bad blood here. All right, back in action here. Jalen Williams getting inside right at the rim, just missing. That's the point-blank miss there by Jalen Williams. Spurs out and running in transition. Harper getting to the rim, gets back to the left hand, and finishes. Harper now with 13 points, filling in for De'Aaron Fox out with a sprained ankle. A.J. Mitchell on the board for the first time tonight with a dribble pull-up.
Welcome to the party, A.J. Mitchell.
Luke Cornett, drop off Keldon Johnson. Johnson inside. Can't finish, but a foul. Can't finish, but a foul.
Yeah.
Keldon Johnson puts the first free throw in. Wow, 9-8.
Oh,
I've turned it on. Yeah. Keldon Johnson makes it a 5-point game.
That's hysterical.
Listen, if you guys lose, it keeps us alive.
They asked me if I could play and produce. I was like, no way.
Oh, my goodness. That's insane.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that.
A.J. Mitchell to the rack. Deterred. Now attacks again. Gets to the rim. Can't finish. Cornett with the rebound. Harper, crossover, spin. Good defense there by Lu Dort. Lu Dort's been insanely quiet tonight, Coach.
He has been. He certainly has been. He's made the 1-3.
Vassell now. A.J. Mitchell with the steal and a foul. This is maybe the most insane category I've ever seen.
That is unbelievable.
Is it bad if I say I think I know who that is?
Yeah.
I think it's about danger.
I don't know. I don't know if it is.
It's actually bad if you get anyone right.
Agreed. It's hysterical if it is. Oh my God. I thought it said child.
Oh no, my God. Jalen Williams with a backdoor cut slam. Hartenstein with a dish. He's got 2 assists. They usually run a lot through Hartenstein at the high post. I wonder if they go back to that. And now a foul on Lu Dort.
You know what? I actually think you're right.
I won't. I'm sorry. Is it bad if I'm right? I'm right. Like, it is what it is. I feel pretty good about that, though. I feel like I've seen that photo on Twitter before, though, too.
None of the guys I play with would have no idea. I don't think anybody. Jeremy would know who it is. The other two won't.
Like as a person?
Yeah.
SGA checking back in here. Slaying Cats, a great series. I'm excited for this one. Castle dumps it into Wemby. Wemby spinning, fouled. Oh my God, not even close.
Never heard of that person.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
No,
I've never
familiar.
heard of that. Oh, that was a niche round?
Was it? Is that what it said?
World War II is the second in this thing.
Oh my God.
They just did that as a fuck round. And we got banged for it.
That's unbelievable.
Wembanyama made the first free throw.
And we're going to overtime in New York.
Overtime in Sabres Canadiens.
Game 7 overtime.
Both Jalen Williams in the game for OKC. Rarely does Mark Dagenholt pull out these two. Wembanyama to put the lead back to 5 for San Antonio. Can't, he misses. Rebound OKC. Oh, looks like you guys got it. Is that ball game? If you guys got it, that's balls. Turnover OKC. Here comes the Thunder.
Let's go.
Or the Spurs. Vassell 3. No. Ball loose. Picked up by Wembanyama. He goes back up with it. No good. Gets it again. Chaos everywhere. And Wemby will be heading right back to the line. Okay, now it is over. I can turn this off.
Unless they have a double left.
I guess, yeah, I'll save. I can't believe that was a niche.
That's insane.
Wemby makes that free throw. Hartenstein back to the bench. This guy never plays.
It's unbelievable. He has 2 assists.
I know he got another one. But he never plays. We've actually survived a lot of minutes of no Stephon Castle assists.
We're all right here at the moment.
We need one more Hartenstein assist.
God, how chills would that be?
Wemby makes both free throws. 6-point lead. Spurs have led pretty much the entire game. SGA has been quiet. Doubled. Kicks to McCain. McCain. Pull-up free throw line jumper. Can't get it to go. What a block by Wemby. And it goes off of Jalen Williams. That was one of the more impressive plays I've seen from Wemby. He didn't even go. He blocked.
That is ridiculous.
Harper with a drive kick. Now Castle to Vassell. Vassell pull up midi. I think that's going to be a 5th assist for Stephon Castle. SGA. Step back 3. Buries it.
Needed that one.
They did not have a double. You got, wow, 1-point game. Harper to Wemby, who's fouled by Dort. 5-point lead for San Antonio, who have led the entire way. Wemby makes the first.
I had to congratulate my teammates. I'm back.
Ridiculous. Wembanyama's been dominant all night long. Adds in another point. He's got 21 and 13, and it's a 7-point lead for the Spurs. And now it's a turnover on OKC. Will throws it away. And then Wemby finds the cutting Castle out to Harper for 3. No good. And it will be Thunder ball as it hits the baseline. Caruso from 3 again.
Four-point game here. Let's see if the Thunder can get a stop, and then they'll have the last shot as well. The Paycom Center crowd rising to their feet.
Under 15 to go here. Castle swinging. Vassell, corner 3.
Oh!
That will be a backbreaker for the Thunder faithful. Under 8 to go. Can the Thunder have a quick response? Caruso. Left wing 3. No good, in and out. And the Spurs are going to take a 7-point lead into the fourth quarter. So after all the back and forth coup, the lead at half remains the lead going into the fourth. Fourth quarter time. Type those 4s.
Says even as it gets in that third quarter. Oh, Mike Nintendo Master, what's up?
Spam those 4s.
Get those 4s in the chat, baby. Here we go.
Shout out Drew. Shout out Uncle. Shout out Nintendo Master. Spam those 4s.
I see Stewart. I see Peter. Let's keep it going. Shout out Uncle. Yes, sir. Fourth quarter time. Money time. Let's see if the Thunder can outscore. Do you think the Thunder can outscore the Spurs by 8 here in this fourth?
I think that the Spurs are going to win this game. Because, simply put, they have no answer for Wemby right now in this game. And the Thunder are just so out of sorts offensively because the Spurs are just doubling SGA every time he gets the ball. But they have no way around it.
So we've clinched at least a play-in. Let's go.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I might have to play. I might play solo tomorrow.
Really?
Well, Tom was already calling in from like a SEC baseball game, and I just told him like season's over. There's no point in you calling in. Yeah, and then Smitty's got trivia, so he'll join when he's done.
Trivia.
But 9 p.m. Tom says we should just concede. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Bring your boy in.
Mike can't play.
Bring Morgan in.
Might have to. She would hate
seriously.
me. She works on Wednesday. We play at 9. She's been to bed by 9. I think we're set up for a good one. 79% of the live chat is going with the Spurs. I would agree. We're at 69 likes. Nice, but let's get 270. Hit that thumbs up icon.
Is Rochester a D1 school, by the way?
U of R? No. There is not a Division I school in Rochester.
Because they learned that the commissioner of the Ocho played baseball at Rochester.
They're all from U of R.
Yeah, but he played baseball there.
Oh. Yeah, no, there's no D1 schools in Rochester. Thinking of RIT, U of R, Brockport. I think those are the 3 in Rochester. Am I missing one? I don't know if I am.
Brockport's D3, right?
Yeah, that's where my dad went to school.
That's where Smitty's sister went? Or did she, no, Cortland.
Yeah, Cortland. My dad went to Brockport. Van Gundy went to Brockport. Jeff Van Gundy. All right, fourth quarter action, 7-point game. Keldon Johnson to the corner for Vassell. Now Wembanyama facing up on Holmgren. Spinning. Good defense by Holmgren, forcing the miss and getting the rebound. I've said it from the start. You got to put Holmgren on Wemby. I mean, listen, Wemby's going to win that battle most of the time, but it's your best chance. And now Holmgren turns it over on the other end, stepping on the baseline. Castle has been big tonight, filling in for De'Aaron Fox. Swings to the corner. It's a Keldon Johnson 3. That's good, and we are done.
It's over?
That's the 6th assist for Castle.
It's a push, which means we could get our money back.
Maybe. AJ Mitchell, pull up 3. I think that's going to be a 2, and that's how the officials rule it. Well, ESPN has him listed at 7, which I don't know how that is possible.
Then it's over.
I don't think he has 7, because we showed 4, and he's only gotten 2 since then. SGA missed the pull-up. He is now 3 of 11 from the field.
Yep.
When did he get a 7th assist? Offensive foul, Devin Vassell. Just brutal. I'm ice cold on the picks right now, man.
Oh, I can't hit anything to save my life.
Ice cold. Ice cold. All right, can the Thunder claw their way back into this one? SGA getting downhill. Out to Holmgren. Swung to Wallace. Cason Wallace. Poked away. Still has 5 on the shot clock. Now he throws it away. This Thunder team looks like they have no clue what they're doing if it's not SGA initiating it.
This is the worst they've played in a long time.
Wemby inside. Spinning. Double team.
Stop it.
Goes up and finishes. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. That was almost a bad pass by A.J. Mitchell. Turnover. SJ is able to hang on and draws a foul. That's the first time we've really seen SGA, I wouldn't say foul bait, but really do that pump fake up and under, get his defender to bite and lean into him.
Yeah, that's not a foul bait. That's just gamesmanship there. He gets Carter Bryant off the floor.
But what is Cason Wallace doing?
Yeah, it's like he didn't even see Dylan Harper in the passing lane. And how about this from Wemby? He's double-teamed here. He just takes one dribble, puts his shoulder into Chet, and goes right over him. I mean, that's just special stuff.
SGA, not at the line a lot tonight. I believe these are only free throws 3 or 4.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
And he makes both, so 4-4. San Antonio has just held this lead almost the entire night, like 8 points is really what it's been. The Thunder have made some pushes, but the Spurs always have the answer. Harper, drive, kick, Vassell. Vassell inside, lobbing for Wembanyama. (25 and 14 for Wemby. Caruso left alone in the corner. I mean, this would be a 20-point game if Caruso wasn't on a heater. That is 22 points now for Alex Caruso. 6 of 10 from 3.
And they're going to waste it.
Castle to the rim. Can't finish. A lot of contact. Thunder have numbers. 5-on-4.
Oh.
SGA. Kick out. Guess who? Caruso. Back to SGA. 8-footer. Oh, my God, he goosed it.
That can't happen, ladies and gentlemen.
And now SGA called for a foul, and the entire arena just went silent.
Yeah, Wemby absolutely impacted that shot. Wemby, a nice 25 and 15 to go along with the block tonight. I mean, he's just sensational. He's simply sensational. As Wemby will take a seat here.
This has got to be the time. It just has to be the time that OKC pushes back if they're going to win this game. Champagnie driving, kicking, corner 3, Johnson, no. Long rebound, tracked down, but thrown away. OKC numbers, SGA to the rim. Can't finish. Rebound. It will be OKC ball. The Thunder just have had so many opportunities, and they've cost themselves in transition.
I mean, Shai's got to give that ball up to A.J. Mitchell. That's an open layup for A.J. Mitchell if Shai gives that up.
And then even if he doesn't give it up, Coop, they have an easy putback here.
Yeah.
And Holmgren just misses it.
Unbelievable.
It will stay with the Thunder, though. SGA doubled, swinging, Holmgren.
Yeah, that's
it's going to be an illegal screen on Hartenstein. Not that it mattered. Holmgren missed it anyway.
I mean, what a disaster for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 7-point game, so it's not like it's over, but it certainly feels like it's a larger lead than that.
Seven and a half to go. Still a lot of time. Harper driving. How did he finish that?
And that's a timeout by OKC.
This one might be, I know it's only 9 points with a lot of time left.
I won't declare it yet. It's close.
I'm not saying, I said it might be. I didn't say the words.
You did not.
We're close. We are close. Coop!
I was waiting for it.
You know what I'm going to say.
Let's go. Shout out to our homies over at Prize Picks. Make sure you go use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. You can make team picks, you can make player picks, and you can make culture picks over on Prize Picks, available in all 50 states. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 to 6 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Rolly and I's projection tonight, yeah, we did not win any money tonight because Stephon Castle has 7 assists in this one. So we lost out, but that doesn't mean we won't be right back on the saddle. You can go use our picks as inspiration over on the social feeds feature at RollyCS, at JeffCoop27, or go use them as inspiration for your own. just do it over at Prize Picks. Download the app, use code HMA to get that $50 bonus in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That link is in the live chat and in the description of today's show. Shout out to our homies over at Prize Picks.
Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream and us here at Chat Sports. 150 people watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Won't be me live on Wednesday, but we will be live for every game of this series. Patrick Seatman will be with you Wednesday night for Game 2. Tyler Smith will be here for you Game 3 on Friday, Game 4 on Sunday, and then I'll be back for Game 5 on Tuesday of next week. And if necessary, we'll be here for Game 7 as well. Tyler Smith will have you covered for Game 6. So rotating crew here at Chat Sports. It's a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody for joining us.
Give me a Thunder run here. I want to see something down the stretch.
I mean, I would hope for a closer game, personally, down the stretch. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens here. The Thunder have, I mean, they've taken a lead a couple times, but I just feel like San Antonio has had the control of this game the entire night.
It does feel that way. They have controlled the ball. They have controlled the tempo of this game for sure.
I mean, it's never not felt like the Spurs are in control. It's never not felt that way. In 2012, these two teams matched up in the conference finals.
Yes, they did.
And in 2014.
The Thunder won the first 2 games of that series, and OKC won, and then San Antonio won 4 straight.
In 2014, too?
That was in 2012. I don't remember 2014.
Well, the Thunder won the conference in 2012.
Other way around. The Spurs won the
Okay.
first 2. The Thunder won 4 straight.
I don't know. The Spurs just, I don't know. Like, I know obviously lottery luck. I mean, people will say the league is rigged. Them being able to get Wemby, Castle, I mean, obviously it takes good drafting, but 3 straight years of top 5 picks.
Harper.
They get lucky. I mean, they get lucky in the lottery, moving up. They didn't have the number 1 odds for the number 1 pick. They get it. And then they move up to pick 2 last year to get Dylan Harper.
Well, when they got Duncan, they had the least odds to get number 1.
Who's the San Antonio governor, and what does he have on the NBA?
I actually don't know who it is.
Let's see if the Thunder ever run in them. Oh, Luguentz Dort sneaks on the baseline and gets an easy dunk. 7 minutes to go, 7-point game. Thunder home crowd trying to get this team back into it. Harper in the corner. Now at Wembanyama. See, I think that's awful. They call a foul on Luguentz Dort. Maybe a replay shows otherwise, but first glance, there's no world this should be a foul. Coop, look at this. Is this a foul?
Push in the back.
I don't think so.
2 hands in the back. We'll get called every single time.
I don't think so. Seen a lot of physicality in the playoffs. 7-4. He's gonna move that quickly here. It will be Spurs ball, side out. 4.4 on the shot clock, though. Luguentz Dort getting really physical with Wembanyama now.
Sabres just had a wide open net miss to win the game.
I don't know who that is. Castle pull-up 3. No good. And there will be a foul on Jared McCain boxing out Devin Vassell. It's a backbreaker. Is that for the Bulls?
The Sabres.
Sabres? So
yeah,
the
they had a
Sabres
wide open net.
What do you mean wide open net?
Like a literal gaping net, and Tage Thompson missed.
Tage did? I'm not going to troll my friend. If I said that he sucks, like I think I'd get killed. OKC can't close out this possession. Wembanyama spinning, flings it. Champagnie 3. No. That's got to be an over and back.
Yeah, yeah, they got it.
I mean, Wembanyama just went right over the back of Jalen. Williams. Mets are winning 14-6. They've scored 8 runs in the top of the 11th.
Are the Rockies at home?
No, they're playing at Nationals. Oh, what a block. Wembanyama out of nowhere getting to the SGA baseline jumper. That is Victor Wembanyama's defensive impact. Under 6 to go. 7-point lead. Harper. Spinning. Flipping. But no good. Does OKC have a run in them? SGA sees 3 bodies. This is crazy. Baseline drive. Finishes. And a late whistle on Wembanyama. So an and one for SGA.
Uh-oh.
You think? SGA just drove into a double team, beat Wemby, sneak layups inside, and then they call a foul. I don't really see a lot of contact there, but the Mets just dropped a 10 spot in the top of the 12.
Love that. Manfred ball.
We'll have a timeout on the floor. It is a 5-point game with a chance to make it a 4-point game with a free throw out of the break. It's a foul on Wemby. That is Wemby's second. Wemby has just been sensational tonight. 25 points, 15 rebounds. I didn't realize this, Coop. Wemby is 9 of 10 at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's been very effective from the free throw line. He's a decent free throw shooter.
I didn't realize he got there that much, though.
He's been there quite a bit. He's just dominating there in the paint, and he's taking advantage of his opportunities.
The Spurs, as a team, are 19 of 21 at the line. The Thunder have only been at the line 11 times. They've made all 11. This has just been a very weird game. But, hey, with 5.5 to go, we still got a 5-point game. Chance to be a 4-point game here in 1 second with SGA heading to the charity stripe for 1.
I'll tell you what, in this kind of situation, I think I like OKC.
You think they're going to win?
I like OKC
so
in the
you
clutch.
would pick OKC to win?
I would live line them right now.
Well, let's throw it over to the chat. Who you got? OKC or the Spurs? Going to make it our new live poll, but also get your votes in the live chat.
Let us know.
Who you got? We got Patrick saying OKC, Ray going San Antonio, Julio going San Antonio. Our live poll, 83% rocking with the Spurs.
If I had money in my Novik account, I would drop money on him, but I don't.
Raiders says San Antonio, Drew San Antonio. So still everybody rocking with the Spurs in the live chat outside of Patrick. 64% say San Antonio in the live poll. Tell you what, Wemby, who finished third in MVP voting behind SGA and Jokic, looking like an MVP tonight. By the way, there isn't a bigger lock in sports than Wemby winning MVP next year if he plays 65.
You think so?
Yeah.
SGA headed to the line to see if he can convert the 3-point play, make it a 4-point game here with 5.5 left.
Need this to go, and you need some defensive stops if you're San Antonio or if you're OKC. Wow. A rare miss at the line for SGA. The first missed free throw of the game for the Thunder as a team. Castle directing traffic. Drops it to Wemby, guarded by Caruso. Just turns around, drop off to Harper. Harper gets position and finishes over Holmgren. Chet Holmgren just being very soft tonight.
I was going to use a different word, but I agree.
Harper now was 17. I mean, you talk about these three youngsters, their last 3 first-round picks. SGA inside, fouled.
You know that's going to be the game plan.
Their last 3, 23, 24, 25. I mean, has there been... I mean, listen, a lot of luck involved with the lottery spots and number 1, number 2. But has there been a better 3 picks in consecutive drafts in NBA history? And I know it's early, but seriously, than Wemby, Castle, Harper. I mean, these 3 could be their best 3 players for the next 15 years.
Not that I can recall, man.
And it's consecutive, too. That's the part where it gets tricky, because you can make 3 really good picks in 4 years, but in 3 straight drafts. Number 1 in 2023, number 5 in 2024, and number 2 in 2025.
Usually big 3s are assembled over time, too. Was Curry, Draymond, and Clay 3 straight years?
It's a good question. I'd have to look back. I don't think Clay was the year after Kerr. I think it was a couple years removed. Castle inside, rejected by Caruso as OKC tries to fight in this one.
I thought Clay was 2011. And Curry was 09, right?
Clay, 2011. Steph Curry was way before that, yeah. 2009.
And then Draymond, I think, was 13.
12. So Clay and Dre were back-to-back. Like, that's the 3 and 4 years.
Yep.
Thunder get a stop. Williams driving. Dotted line jumper goes. It's a 3-point game with 4 minutes to play. I'll add
Here
this.
we go.
I'm not going to say that this would be overreaction. If the Thunder were to win this game,
Backbreaking.
I don't know how the Spurs recover.
Agreed.
Because there is nothing that tells you the Thunder should win this game. Miss 3, Champagnie, offensive rebound, San Antonio. 4 minutes to go. Harper in the corner. No good. Rebound of ball loose that goes out of bounds will stay with the Spurs. It is just really, really difficult for the Thunder to close out defensive possessions right now.
Yeah, they're struggling to get rebounds here, and I don't know who called it, but someone just called a use it or lose it timeout, and I think that's a good one here with 3:52 left in a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Thunder got to finish possessions. They got to rebound better down the stretch.
91-88 in favor of the Spurs. 4.5 to go, excuse me. Cool, make sure, there you go. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Tay wants to see the stats. These are who are on the court. As you see, Gilgeous-Alexander has really struggled tonight with his shot. A very fascinating way to defend him. The Spurs have sent 2 every time he's gotten inside the arc. SGA has not been able to get to his mid-range at all.
At all. 4 of 15 from the field. A very uncharacteristic, inefficient game from SGA. Habs win. Montreal won.
Really?
Yeah.
They just scored?
Yep.
We'll get called back?
No.
All right, 3-point game. See how this one concludes, folks. Subscribe if you haven't already. Under 4 to go. They're trying to get to Wemby. They finally do. 4 on the shot clock. Going to have to hoist a jumper. Drives baseline. No good, but yet another rebound for the Spurs, but it goes out of bounds off of Castle. OKC ball. Who do I think wins? I think the Spurs are going to win. But I tell you what, it's a backbreaker if OKC gets it done. Jalen Williams attacking downhill. Bump. Just nowhere to go with Wemby defending. Now Caruso sneaking inside for the layup. It's a 1-point game.
That was great ball movement.
I didn't know George Kittle was a Thunder fan. It's a 10-2
Thunder
run over the last 4 minutes. The Spurs have gone ice cold despite dominating the glass. Wemby doubled. It swung to Vassell. That 3 is short. Ball loose. How did Castle get it? But he loses it. Thunder ball, chance to take the lead. SGA sensing a moment. Step back 3. No.
He wanted the moment.
He wanted it bad. How did Castle get that rebound amongst the crowd, though? That's ridiculous. Wemby at the free throw line, hounded by Caruso. Now Castle, who's been phenomenal all night, lobbing it inside. Foul. Wembanyama goes to the line. Wembanyama, you want to talk about getting to the charity stripe, Coop. These will be the 11th and 12th free throws for Wemby personally today.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of using his size advantage inside and forcing OKC to foul here. As he gets the mismatch on A.J. Mitchell. Don't see a whole lot of contact there. It's a foul, but...
Now, can you show the team stats, Coop? Because they called that foul on the floor. Interesting. So no free throws for Wemby. Yeah, 7 more free throws for San Antonio. Castle swings it to Vassell, corner 3, bottom.
Wow, that's a big shot by Devin Vassell.
Puts San Antonio up 4 with 2.5 to go. OKC needs a response here. SGA driving on Wemby, bumps him, elbow jumper. True. Yeah. Back and forth we go late here in quarter number 4. Oh, that's an offensive foul. Wembanyama just barrels over Alex Caruso, and it's a turnover going back to OKC with exactly 2 minutes to play. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a flop by Caruso. But Wemby just puts a shoulder down. That is the 3rd foul on Wemby. Dagenhalt wants a review. I don't think he's going to get it. Thunder can tie or take the lead for the first time here in the 4th quarter.
As soon as it became a clutch.
There are going to review it.
As soon as it became a clutch game, I knew this was OKC's game.
So Scoop is claiming the Spurs are going to lose this game. I will take the Spurs to win.
Still?
I will. Kittle's chopping it up with the NBC broadcast.
I think he's just there. I don't think he's a Thunder fan.
Well, he's wearing a Thunder shirt.
Yeah, he's wearing the playoff t-shirt.
It's $5 super chat from Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Every super chat gets on screen as this is officially reviewed.
Shout out to our guy Jeff.
No matter what, Spurs is the home team.
What does he mean by that?
I don't know about that one.
They're not.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. But shout out to you for the $5 super chat. I don't know how if they win today, they do have home court advantage the rest of the series.
Oh, yeah. Wemby got him.
But I don't know what you mean by no matter what. Because if the Thunder win, that point, if that's what you're making, isn't even accurate
anymore. Wemby absolutely got him.
I think it's a flop. No wind-up. It's just going to be a standard offensive foul turnover. So it will be a common foul.
230 people in the building. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon.
Hit that like button. We're 20 likes away from 100. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know who you got, though, in the comment section. OKC for the Thunder. SAS for the Spurs. What's that?
Who's that?
That was Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Oh, I wouldn't know what he looked like.
That's bad. I have the Knicks and Thunder playing in the finals. And I'll say this, even if the Spurs win this game, I still think I'm going to pick the Thunder to win the series. If the Thunder somehow pull this game out, I don't think it's a question. Spurs need this one after how well they've played so far.
Yep.
Caruso for the lead. Good! Caruso, his 7th-3 of the night. OKC from the dead, up 1-27 for Caruso. Wow. Under 2 to play. Wembanyama's had the answer all night long. Directing traffic at the top of the key. Handoff, Castle. Castle to the corner. Champagnie 3. Good! What a shot by Julian Champagnie! And it's a 2-point lead once again for the Spurs. Minute 15 to go. Jalen Williams running floater. Gets the roll. Back and forth we go. Tied up at 97. This is why many people said this could be one of the best playoff series in a very long time.
This is why you play the game.
Wemby. Oh, it's a turnover. SGA in transition to the rim. Hangs. Can't finish. Ball loose. Wemby has it. What a missed opportunity by the Thunder again. And the Spurs almost turn it over, but call a timeout. That is the 4th time in this half alone that the Thunder have had a 2-on-1 and did not convert. Both of the recent 2 were because SGA did not dish it to his running partner, went selfishly to the rim and didn't finish.
Yeah, that is uncharacteristic from SGA making the wrong play there. He had, Caruso running with him, and if he dishes it off, you would think Caruso would finish the layup there. I don't know what SGA's thinking, if he's just trying to force it or what, but
he didn't dish it to A.J. Mitchell the time prior. There was a 2-on break earlier with SGA and I believe it was McCain.
Yep.
And SGA didn't give it to McCain and then ultimately pulled it out. A lot of head-scratching decisions for SGA in transition tonight. It has been a bad game for Gilgeous-Alexander. I think the Spurs have played really well defensively, but I think the Thunder have just played a really poor game, which is why I think this would be such a backbreaker for the Spurs if they end up losing this. They have led the entire night. They have outplayed the Thunder, and if they are unable to get a road win when they have been the better team all night long, that would be a disaster.
No doubt, yeah. I mean, if there's a game for the Spurs to win, it's this one, where they have been the better team essentially the entire contest.
All right, under a minute to go here. Will we get extra time here, Coop? I kind of feel like overtime is
could be.
Harper driving into traffic. Rookie mistake. Ball loose. Is able to kick it out. Champagnie, 6 on the shot clock. Harper has got to create. Loses it again. Loses it. Ball still loose. Harper throws up a crazy shot, but gets a foul call.
Oh, wow.
I tell you what. I know this is tough to say.
He shouldn't have got that call.
It very well may have been a foul. He does not deserve a foul.
Agreed.
Call. When you are that out of control, dribbling it left and right, losing the ball 3 different times in a 10-second span, you should not be bailed out with a half a second on the shot
Chet
clock.
did have his hand in the cookie jar, though. I mean, that's as a foul can get.
Harper makes the first free throw. I'm sorry. Like, you should not reward bad basketball.
I don't disagree.
I can't believe the shot almost went in.
Mitch Johnson's laughing.
So, San Antonio back in front by 1. Harper, an 86% free throw shooter in the postseason, 75% in the regular season, is 3 of 3 tonight. So, regular season odds would tell you he makes this free throw here.
SGA takes a seat.
Or misses it, I should say. I think they're going to call a timeout no matter what, just in for rebounding potentially. Free throw good, so Harper lives up to the free throw shooting in the postseason, and the Spurs lead by 2. Now, here's a question with 37 seconds left, Coop. Down by 2. Do you try to work quickly here? So you either tie it up and have time to get a stop defensively and have last shot? Or do you try to focus on getting the best shot possible here?
Yeah, it's certainly a fine line to walk. I think you try to work with some pace, but if you don't get the shot you want within, I would say, the first 7 to 10 seconds, then you just play it out and try to get the right shot after that.
Because if you miss it, it's a difference between having to foul to just being able to play it out.
Yeah, but you don't want to. I agree with you. Don't want to go quick for the sake of going quick. You want to make sure you get your shot here.
62817 says Aldono 100 if the Thunder win this. Well, we'll see.
All right. I can only imagine the ball's going to one place. They're going to trap him.
Now they're going to double him.
They're going to trap him, and then who makes the play?
I mean, you could forget here, not only did SGA win MVP, he was also the clutch player of the year.
Yes, he was.
So with an MVP, clutch player of the year type of guy, you'd imagine you have to get him the ball here in this situation. But if you're the Spurs, you're going to do what you have done all night long and double SGA to get the ball out of his hands. SGA, 20 points on the night. 18. Caruso to inbound. They get it to SGA. SGA works quickly. Drive. Fakes it. Lefty layup. A foul. Castle commits the penalty. And Gilgeous-Alexander will have 2 free throws to tie the game. But more importantly, Coop, the Thunder were able to go 2 for 1. 9-second differential shot clock, game clock. So OKC will have final possession no matter what. Assuming the Spurs don't get an offensive rebound. That was a foul. Maybe a little ticky-tack, but was a foul. SGA goes to the line. Makes the first. 1 point away from knotting this one up at 99. He is 7 of 8 at the charity stripe tonight. Make it 8 of 9. We're even at 99. 33 seconds to go. Here we go, folks. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get that number climbing. Castle telling people to slow it down. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Like I mentioned, 9-second differential shot clock and game clock. Castle, Wemby, pick and roll. They get it to Wemby at the top of the key. 2 bodies. Wemby spinning, driving. Gets to his left hand and rattles it home. Wembanyama delivers the Spurs the clutch bucket to take a 2-point lead with 11.5 seconds to go.
Why would they not have Chet Holmgren on him in that situation?
They got the switch.
He got to take it, but he had Caruso on him first.
Yeah, but Caruso's played him well.
Man, if I'm Mitch or if I'm Mark Dagno, I want to go with the big man on him.
There was no concern. There was no rush. The Spurs always knew they were going to take their time, get it to Wemby at the top of the key, and let him go to work. And he just did a couple series of spin moves and elevated over Jalen Williams for the 7-foot floater. And just like that, the Spurs are a defensive stop away from taking a 1-0 series lead against the defending champions in the Western Conference.
Now, if you're Oklahoma City, what's your strategy here? It's not a quick shot, I don't think.
Yeah, you go for the best shot possible, for sure.
Because you're down 2. It's not 1.
Subscribe and let me know who you got. Do you got OKC or San Antonio? Who you got? Do the Spurs get the stop and win, or do the Thunder take the lead or force OT? The chat has been in favor of San Antonio all night long. I know Wemby's an elite rim deterrent, Coop. I have a hard time thinking it's not in the best interest for OKC to get SGA moving downhill towards the rim and either drawing a foul again or getting a kick-out open 3.
There we go.
Jalen Williams, Caruso, SGA, A.J. Mitchell, and Holmgren on the floor. A.J. Mitchell gets the inbound. They now work it to SGA. Left side cleared out. SGA gets inside and lays it up and in. Timeout, San Antonio. What a set by Mark Dagenhalt. That was chef kiss.
I mean, that
if
is...
you don't think coaching matters, folks, they had a lot of cross movements with Chet Holmgren in the opposite corner. Wembanyama was forced to stay home, and with the cross movements and sets, they get SGA with the ball with the entire left side cleared out. So SGA was able to turn, get downhill, and finish inside with no threat of a rim-protecting big and tie this game up with 3 seconds to go.
I mean, Wemby has his head turned towards the bucket, but...
I bet Mitch Johnson told him,
no
stay
matter
home.
what. Yeah.
We will be fine with overtime.
Yeah.
Do not lose this in regulation. And if we're going to be honest, it's the right call.
Agreed. No doubt.
Because you either live or die with a Holmgren corner three that gives them the win or loss, or you give yourself a chance to win it with 3 seconds left in regulation or in overtime. It is the right analytical call. You have a higher chance to win, in my opinion, with this possession and overtime rather than living or dying with a wide open Chet Holmgren three.
Now let's see what kind of shot the Spurs can get here on this end.
Rebel Montana says Prize Picks hit at least. There you go.
Oh, attaboy, Rebel.
Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be live for the entire series between OKC and San Antonio.
What a series this is.
3 seconds. Where does San Antonio go here? You're going to obviously...
Do you throw it to Wemby at the nail? Do you throw it up high, Wemby jumps at the nail and gets it?
And turn around, a little Leitner style.
Exactly.
I also don't think it's the worst idea to get Castle moving downhill. He's a physical guy that can draw a foul. 3 seconds to go. Harper to inbound. No teams have a timeout. They get to Castle, or they get to Wemby. Wembanyama drives inside, blocked by Holmgren, and we're gonna play 5 more.
Let's go.
San Antonio got the switch they were looking for. They get Wemby at the line with Cason Wallace defending, and they were able to have Holmgren recover and get a rejection. What a play by Chet Holmgren. Oh my goodness. Spam OT!
Let's go!
I mean, if you're San Antonio, you think you're winning the game
absolutely.
here, but Chet said not so fast.
What a recovery from Chet Holmgren there. What a game. What a game!
Spam OT! Spam OT! Caruso with the good dig. Wembanyama was a little off balance. Cason Wallace got his hand on the ball as well, and it allowed Holmgren to get over and swat that ball out of bounds.
Chet just playing free safety there. I mean, what a play by Holmgren.
Well, that's the benefit as well in that time.
Absolutely.
With 3 seconds, as soon as someone gets downhill, you know you can just commit to the block, because if he misses, you usually could be concerned about the weak side rebound. There's not enough time for that.
That's right.
So Holmgren could sell out on the block, and he was able to get there. Spam those OT. Shout out to Colton, Julio, Xenon, Drew, 628, Rays, Slaying Cat. We got 5 more minutes to play of a really, really, really good basketball game.
Is this the game of the year in the league?
What'd you say?
Is this the game of the year in the league?
To this point, probably.
I would
agree. Factor in stakes and the back and forth here late. Shout out to 628. Oh, boy. 20 bands, he says, on the Thunder. Can't even watch, so appreciate the stream. Well, hopefully you win. Tay OT. What's up, Major? What a game, Coop. What a game. Oh, look. This is the top of our building, Coop.
Yes, it is.
They're showing an ad.
Wrong channel now.
No, I think it's just an ad. I mean, I didn't change the channel.
We're Univision.
I mean, it's across the street.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. You are right, but
Interesting. I didn't know that, though.
I don't know. What just happened. Who you got? You got the Thunder or Spurs in OT? Let me know. Let me know. Is Wemby hitting 30 tonight? I would imagine. Thunder are 5-0 in overtime this year. Remember, actually, the Thunder started the year playing 2 straight overtime games. Spurs 1-1 in the regular season. Tip is 1. Chet didn't even try. That was interesting. So Spurs start overtime with the ball. Wemby low block, doubled, kick out Vassell. Vassell missing the 3. And OKC can jump in front. SGA loses the handle, turnover. He has just been out of control a lot tonight.
Give us a...
Oh, my goodness. And then Harper just drops the ball out of bounds.
Can we get a damn normal camera angle?
They have done this.
It's a joke.
No, every first minute of the first quarter, third quarter, and now overtime. So every time they start a new half, quote unquote, they'd start with that way. Who strikes first in overtime? SGA struggling tonight. Step back 3. Way short. Air ball. Cason Wallace saves it. Oh, but Caruso didn't know the time on the shot clock. It doesn't matter. Ball goes out of bounds off Caruso. Caruso didn't know they only had 1 second on the shot clock, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Two timeouts for each team with overtime. Both teams have their challenge. Oh, my Lord. Castle gets bodied by A.J. Mitchell and hits the deck. Will be side out.
Yeah.
We will have a substitution.
Dub just came in.
Jalen Williams in for Cason Wallace. Castle. Straight line drive to the rim. A poster dunk on SGA. It has some words for the MVP. Welcome to my poster, Stephon Castle. SGA looking for the response. Can't finish inside. The struggles for the 2-time MVP continue. Castle the other way. He throws it away. 3-on-1 for OKC. Williams inside. Oh my goodness.
Once again.
The Thunder might be the worst transition team in the NBA, and I'm just saying that based off this game.
3-on-1. They don't make the right play.
And the Spurs are going to challenge this. I think this was off Jalen Williams' foot. Or Chet Holmgren's foot, excuse me. It was.
Yep. That's going to be Spurs ball. That's going to be Spurs ball up 2 with 3 minutes to go. What a treat.
I can't get over how bad OKC has been in transition.
Oh, it's been horrible. They win the game if they're average.
For a team that is as good and talented as OKC is, to not be able to convert simple 2-on-1 and 3-on-1 opportunities today. Successful challenge for the Spurs. It will be San Antonio ball.
Good challenge there by the Spurs video crew.
We'll keep that challenge.
How about Stephon Castle playing above the rim?
Castle's phenomenal.
It's a good challenge there by SGA, too. You could argue that SGA could have gotten called for a foul as he kind of raked Castle across the arm.
Look at Castle giving him words. You forget, just because he didn't put up gaudy numbers at UConn, he was an unbelievable thought of high school recruit. 5-star, just didn't play the way he's playing now at UConn because of those roles. Won a national championship, though. 3 minutes to go in overtime here. Thunder down by 2. Harper working on A.J. Mitchell. Crossover, drive, kick, Castle, right wing 3. No good. Wemby goes right over the back of Jalen Williams to get the rebound and tip it up. And then they have to take Jalen Williams off of
They've got to put a big man on him.
Wembanyama. Wembanyama's on the verge of a 30-20 game. Caruso left open from 3. No good. The hero can't get it to go. They're going to call Wemby for a foul grabbing Chet Holmgren on the glass. Wemby is 1 point and 1 rebound away from 30-20. 4-point lead for the Spurs. Looking to steal a game from the defending champs. SGA turning the corner. Kick. Caruso 3. He has 30, folks.
Alex Caruso.
8 of 13 from 3. Caruso with a game high.
It's the best game of his life.
I feel like I've said that a lot of times.
This is the best game of his life.
Offensively, for sure. Oh, and then he gets a loose ball steal. Transition opportunity. Williams will go coast to coast. And it's a 5-0 spurt for the Thunder to take the lead. Oh, on the back of Alex Caruso. My goodness. Caruso has saved the Thunder. Wemby stripped. Jalen Williams gets the stop. Thunder have numbers. A.J. Mitchell back-breaking 3. No. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will go to the Spurs.
Wow.
A.J. Mitchell had the chance to put the dagger potentially in this game.
Jalen Williams is absolutely gassed guarding Victor Wembanyama right now.
I mean, he's working his tail off, man.
He's got hands on knees. So does A.J. Mitchell. These boys are exhausted.
What a game.
Continue to hit that subscribe button.
Sub. We'll be live for every game this series. Under 90 seconds to go. Stephon Castle. They get it to Wemby. Caruso defending. Caruso's actually maybe done the best job on him today. Champagnie corner 3 over Holmgren's outstretched arms. No, Wembanyama just misses a point-blank layup. Ball loose. It is saved by Caruso off of the leg of Wembanyama. Caruso is everywhere.
Unbelievable as Wemby misses yet another bunny. That's like the 3rd bunny he's missed in this game. He gets his 20th rebound, but man, you would hope he'd finish that. How about Caruso, man? Unbelievable.
Did he step on the baseline before he threw it in?
Absolutely not.
I thought maybe they would have taken a look at that. It was close. No challenge from San Antonio. Minute to go. In OT, SGA spinning to the rim and throws it down with 2 hands. The Thunder lead by 3. It's a 7-0 run for the defending champs. Champagnie for the tie. No. Rebound. OKC. The Thunder look dead all night long. Chance to put the Spurs in the coffin tonight. Williams driving, pull-up elbow jumper, way off. 5-on-4 for San Antonio. Wembanyama, a 40-footer. Tie ball game.
Are you shitting me?
The logo triple from Wembanyama ties it up at 108 with 26 seconds to go. The first 3 of the night. Oh my goodness.
From 30 feet. Are you shitting me?
I said 40 feet. There was a little bit of an exaggeration. It is without a question 35 feet. Reminiscent of Curry's left wing 3 in the infamous OT game between Golden State and OKC a decade ago.
My buddy just texted me and said there's a chip in the ball.
Magnet ball.
That was unbelievable from Victor Wembanyama. He's 7'5", and he's shooting like that. Simply unreal, man.
That was an ill-advised shot that went from no, 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 no to yes, 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 yes. That was ridiculous. Wembanyama now with 32 points and 20 rebounds. Game of the year. Could you argue, Coop, this might be the best game?
It's one of the most memorable games in a long time.
Since.
We had a Game 7 of a finals last year, and that wasn't even.
Is this an exaggeration to say best game since Game 7, Cavs Warriors? I think it is in the top 10 at least since that night.
It is.
Well, there's a 2-second differential shot clock, game clock, so OKC can basically dwindle this down to nothing. AJ Mitchell has it. I bet they try to do that same clear out for SGA that they did in regulation to tie the game. Can they get it to SGA, though? They finally do. 7 on the clock. SGA drives left, gets 2 feet in the paint, turnaround, kick out. Jalen Williams, right wing 3. No. Ball tipped around. Harper has it.
Oh, he got the timeout before he stepped out of bounds. Mitch Johnson got the timeout call before he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, my. That is an unbelievable play. I didn't think coach could do that, though.
Yeah, the coach can call the timeout.
I mean, ref's missing a foul down low on Wembanyama.
He gets possession there, and then Johnson calls timeout. But did he call timeout before Harper steps out of bounds? That's not reviewable, though, I don't think.
No.
Well, I guess the Thunder could challenge that. Couldn't they? Well, I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. Wembanyama just got bailed out. By the way, and I thought this live, there was no way that timeout should have been granted.
No world.
Listen, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't. If you guys want to talk about officiating favoring OKC, the officiating has been fully on the side of the Spurs tonight.
Here, they're giving us the wide angle, so let's see it.
Call timeout before he had possession. That is illegal. That should be a technical foul. No, I'm being serious. It should. It would suck to see the game end like this. This should be OKC shooting free throws. By the letter of the law, am I incorrect? He was on the court.
You are not incorrect.
The Spurs head coach was on the court calling timeout before the Spurs had possession.
You're not incorrect.
That is a technical foul.
That's never getting called.
And I have an issue with that. As someone who just watches basketball, I have an issue with that. Dylan Harper to inbound, 0.7 seconds. Oh, my God, they get it to the Castle, but he got knocked away by Caruso. Double OT we go.
More free hoops.
Double OT we go.
I mean, this game deserves double OT.
This game might never end.
This game deserves double OT.
This game might never end.
You are correct that he was preemptively calling timeout.
Technical.
Is it a technical or is it just does it not get granted?
No, that's a technical.
It is?
Correct. You have to have possession of the ball if he's on the court calling timeout. The Heat lost a game a year and a half ago because Spo walked on the court and called a timeout when he didn't have a TO.
Well, that's different.
No, but it's the same thing. It's in the same vein of a technical. If he called a timeout from the sideline, be a different thing. He was 4 feet on the court in front of the official's face when the ball was still in the air. That is a technical, and I won't be told otherwise.
He had to make sure the official saw him.
I will not be told otherwise. Listen, I'm glad the game didn't decide by that, but it is ridiculous that is not called. Bad precedent to be set.
That is never. It's a bad precedent. If they called that, oh my God, can you imagine the apoplectic.
Why would there
reaction.
be outrage? It would have been the right call.
There would, you know damn well there would have been severe outrage on that.
Maybe. Spam those two OTs, double overtime in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. This is why you like him and subscribe.
Unbelievable.
Nobody else in the world is talking about if that should have been a technical foul or not.
I don't think it was.
It by the letter of the law was.
Are you sure it's not like a delay of game?
It's a technical foul. He called timeout when the ball was not out. And then you could argue, if you say, all right, we're not even going to acknowledge that. He was 5 feet on the court, which is, once again, a technical foul.
Never called.
But it is. I mean, it's just the truth.
You wanted a technical foul called in that situation.
I would be incensed if I was a Thunder's fan. I'm upset, and I'm just a standard NBA
You would
fan.
be, if that was Miami Heat, you're going nuts.
I would be breaking things if that was against my Miami Heat.
No way.
Especially because they had a chance to win it. They literally had a look, and if Caruso doesn't get back in the play and knock it out of Castle's hands, they would have lost. They had a almost wide open alley-oop for Castle to win the game.
So you're saying the officials almost won the game for San Antonio?
Well, no, because it was an incredible play by Mitch Johnson. Like, look how open he was.
Yep.
If that pass is more towards the back part of the backboard rather than the rim, that's a win. That is a winning lob. All right, tip is up and won by the Spurs in double OT, and we're underway once again. We're not doing that camera angle this time around, Coop.
Thank God.
Castle driving, a lot of contact, no call. Dylan Harper inside. He can't finish. Bodies flying everywhere. Luguentz Dort inserted into the action for the first time in overtime. SGA doubled, finds Dort, swung to Mitchell. Mitchell's been quiet. Mitchell out to Wallace, who's playing. Now Holmgren. It's hot potato.
Nobody wants it.
Holmgren.
Nope.
Has to force something up. That's a shot clock violation. Some of these Thunder players have no clue what to do with the ball in their hands. Are you intrigued with Dagenhall bringing some fresh legs off into this overtime, starting Wallace, starting Luguentz Dort instead of Caruso and Jalen Williams?
Yeah, he's got both of them at the scorer's table right now. I don't hate the move just to try to give them a little break.
I do hate it. Get your 5 best out there. Champagnie getting downhill, stripped away. Cason Wallace makes the play defensively, saves it. And now the Thunder have it with a chance to reclaim the lead.
Now, he didn't have them at the scorer's table in time to sub them in.
SGA, crossover drive, Holmgren, pump fake. Should have launched it initially. Sidestep 3. No. He would have gotten that first look off in time. It's been some head-scratching decisions by the Thunder tonight. Wembanyama gets inside and throws down a slam.
Stop it. Stop it, Vic.
SGA, step back. Oh, he has Harper touching dirt, but the ball goes in and out. Wembanyama secures the board. Wembanyama going coast to coast. A blocking foul is called. And he'll be at the line, I believe.
Yeah, he had the gather there, so they're going to give him a shooting foul. I mean, that's just, what are you going to do on that? Yeah. Wemby headed to the free throw line.
I can't believe that 3 from SGA didn't stay down. Wemby, chance to deliver the Spurs a 2-score lead, makes it a 3-point game here.
Here comes Caruso and J-Dub. The moment doesn't faze Wemby.
Yeah. He's been at the line a lot tonight, man.
Yeah, almost 15 free throws.
112-108 after Wemby makes both free throws. Make sure you have that on screen, Coop. 3:10 to go. We could have a 40-20 game in a Western Conference Finals game. OKC was down 4 in overtime and took a lead. Caruso left open for 3. Left it short.
Wow.
This is a big possession right here. If San Antonio could take a 6-point lead, I feel as if that is almost too much to overcome in overtime. Although there is still 2 minutes plus. Harper, hounded by Jalen Williams, almost traveled with it. Kept that pivot foot down. 3 on the shot clock. Half-court heave. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Get the ball out of his hands.
As good as Dylan Harper has been this postseason and this year, the inexperience, the lack of a tighter handle has certainly shown up late in this game.
My goodness.
4-point game. They double SGA, leaving Cason Wallace open for 3, and he makes them pay. Big shot. Cason Wallace pulls OKC within 1. Ooh, almost a double dribble. Why are the Thunder continuing to defend this way? Why? I don't know. Harper driving on SGA, swoops inside and finishes. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a flagrant.
They called it an and 1. Is this going to be a flagrant?
This should be. SGA extended the arms.
Let's see if they go to the monitor here.
This should be a flagrant foul on SGA. SGA extended the arms. That is without a question a flagrant.
Does that give him 2 shots after the made basket?
I think it'll be shot and ball.
They are going to review this here.
I think off instant look, I think without a question that's a flagrant. Watch him extend the arm here. Not seeing anything there.
Yeah, didn't see the contact. Oh.
And then he extends the right arm to push him down.
I do think that's a flagrant.
So he hits him with the left arm in the face, but I thought he hit him in the face with the extension. So he hits him in the face with the left. The face was an accident. You can actually see SJ looking up. This is the part where I think it's dicey, is he pushes him to the ground, extension after that.
Barely. I can see them calling it a flagrant 1. I wouldn't want it called a flagrant 1.
I think it's going to be called a flagrant. I think this is going to be called a flagrant.
I could see it being called an F1.
And I say this, if it's a flagrant, it's going to be free throw and the ball. This could be dagger.
Could be. Certainly could be. 2:04 remaining.
If it is upgraded to a flagrant, it would just be a flagrant 1.
It wouldn't shock me either way.
Still waiting to get the word. I think if I was the official, I would give it flagrant.
Nope.
Well, not going to happen. It is going to be incidental contact, common foul. That's going to be just 1 shot for the Spurs. I'll tell you what.
I agree with the call.
I don't. And I've been pretty critical of the officiating here.
I thought that was incidental contact on the hit to the face.
I mean, if this doesn't prove to you that I have no dog in the fight, thought OKC got robbed with the officiating in the end of the first overtime, and I think the Spurs are getting robbed here without a flagrant. No dog in the fight over here. I just want to see good basketball. Unfortunately, I think these officials have, I wouldn't say hijacked the game. I don't think they've been making the right calls.
Yeah, this has not been an officiating hijack for sure.
I actually don't think the officiating was bad until the overtime period.
No, it wasn't.
Harper to put the Spurs up 4. He does, calmly. The rookie. Stones. 2 minutes to go. Spurs lead by 4. Spurs held a 4-point lead in overtime before the Thunder went on a 7-0 run, and then Wemby hit the 35-footer to tie it. Oh my goodness, SGA throws it away. And now the Spurs can put a stranglehold on this one if they can score on this possession. Coop, update the scoreboard.
Yep.
Harper, great behind the back, Euro step. Hangs in the air, can't finish. Good help defense, Caruso. Thunder have it. SGA driving, trailing Jalen Williams for 3. Good! Oh, the game just won't end. 1-point lead.
Give us 3.
Minute 20. We're going to have UConn, Syracuse, and MSG. We'll be here till 3 a.m. Castle, guarded by Wallace, getting the nod here over A.J. Mitchell. They're trying to get it to Wemby. They get it to him, and he throws it down with authority. Oh my God, they call a foul there?
They did.
I don't know about that one. That's not a foul.
Can't call that. Low. Yes.
Was it low,
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking, was it a foul up top? I do still think that's a little bit of a weak foul.
Agreed.
In that moment. But just like that, San Antonio go back up 4. Chet Holmgren just got his chain snatched by Wemby. I mean, Wemby's kind of dominated their matchups in the pros. It's a 4-point lead with a minute to go. Oh, SGA. Don't need a 3 here. Good crossover. SGA kicks to the corner. Caruso baseline drive. Reverse layup. No. Holmgren gets it. Blocked. Jalen Williams now. He misses the putback. Oh, 2 shots at the rim that could not fall for Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. And the Spurs have the dagger waiting to strike with under 30 to go. Castle lobbing for Wemby. It's good night, OKC.
41-22 for Wembanyama tonight. My goodness. I mean, assuming they close this out, what a win for the San Antonio Spurs, man.
I think Chet Holmgren's got to be the softest big in maybe all of America.
He's soft. They just throw it right up to, and that's where you get in trouble with having the smaller guy on Wemby. Absolutely unreal. Spurs up 6. 22 seconds to go.
This one's over. What an unbelievable. I can't believe. I mean, I know I shouldn't be that surprised. I can't believe there's another player that has had a 40-20 game in a playoff.
The Admiral. Just the second Spur, not
I know.
just player.
How many times did it happen in NBA history?
Good
You
question.
pencil Wilt Chamberlain in the one. You know he's done it once. You just have to. Shaq maybe once. Did he ever get 40, though? Shaq, as dominant as he was he ever getting 40 like that in the playoffs?
Maybe. I'm looking it up.
40-20 games. That's just incredibly rare. Rare. I said where. OKC needs a quick 3. 20 seconds to go. Jalen Williams gets to the rim, engulfed by Wembanyama, and that's going to do it. McCain's going to foul Harper, but what a play by Wemby.
Wow. Jokic had one last year in the second round against the Thunder. Giannis has one.
Really? Giannis has a 40-20 game?
Against the Celtics in 2022. Shaq has 4.
Okay.
Wilt has 4. So it's not as uncommon as I would have thought.
Dylan Harper putting the finishing touches on this one.
That's such a sick picture. Look at this. Harper makes the second.
The Spurs are going to get a much-needed win here on the road. Now giving them...
They just fouled him.
Yeah, Caruso almost had a 4-point play. The Spurs now have home court advantage in this series. I'll say this, this feels like a game that the Spurs needed to win. And I'm not saying that in terms of coming into the night, but with how this game is played out,
they had to win.
The Spurs were the better team for 44 of 46 minutes in regulation. The Thunder were somehow able to force overtime. And I thought if the Spurs blew this game, it would have been a disaster for them because of how much they outplayed OKC the entire night.
Yep.
It took 2 overtimes, but they got the win. I'm telling you, if the Spurs ended up losing this game...
Do they get swept?
Not swept. It would have been 5.
Now, with them exhausting this much energy in Game 1, does OKC come out in Game 2 and just blow the doors off them?
I'm not going to say that.
I won't say it either.
The way Wembanyama played tonight and the way that they defended Shai, if he doesn't get going, and think about this. On the flip side, Coop, Alex Caruso had the game of his life offensively, and it still did not matter in their comeback attempt.
Is he the best player in the league?
No. He can be the most dominant,
but he's not the best.
But he is not the best. I think the two things could be mutually exclusive.
122.
If you're building a team today,
he's 1-1.
He is 1-1.
Yeah.
I will concede that, as I fought that the last couple of years. I will concede that. But I don't think he's the best player in the league yet. He is top 5 for sure. I think he's past your guy though.
I have to think about it.
It fully healthy, Coop. Before we sign off here late on a Monday evening, fully healthy. That's how we're talking about every player. Rank the 5 players I would say are maybe the best in the league. SGA, one fully healthy. SGA, Wemby, Jokic, Giannis. And I'll let you choose Luka.
You know who I'm going.
He's still going to be number 1?
I was saying 5th.
I'll give you Luka. I said Luka.
Oh, okay.
Rank those 5.
I thought you said just pick one. Yeah. Yes, I agree. Look.
What would you be your ranking?
Dude, I have a hard time not putting. This might be prisoner of the moment. I have a hard time not putting him 1. I'll go SGA 1 because he did win back-to-back MVPs, and I'll take Jokic 2. He's no less than 3rd.
I have him at 4. I still think when you're saying
you're
fully
going
healthy, I'm still going SGA 1, Jokic 2, Giannis 3, Wemby 4.
I think I'll flip Wemby and Giannis. I'll go Wemby 3.
I think people forget how good Giannis is.
No, Giannis is incredible.
He's ridiculous.
He's incredible. He is absolutely incredible.
And Wemby's obviously much longer than Giannis, but if there's one player that could actually give it to Wemby, I think it is Giannis, because he has the same type of like build, just on a lesser scale, but way more physical. I think Wemby versus fully healthy Giannis would really struggle with Giannis's physicality.
I don't know. On the flip side, I don't know if Giannis could stop Wemby either. He'd have a better chance to stop Wemby than the other way around, though. And I do agree with that.
Because Giannis getting downhill, his shoulder bumps into Wemby would send him flying.
It would send him to the moon. But, man, Wemby can, like, for as slender as he is, he can hold his ground.
I actually don't think Wemby would have as much success against Giannis as you would think. Because if he tries to post him up, Giannis is so physical, he would have a hard time standing his ground. Yeah, so a lot of his work would have to be.
Can Giannis stay with them laterally, face up?
He's more lateral. He's more agile laterally than Wemby. Man, Giannis is a better athlete than Wembanyama.
I would agree with that. I
mean, he's clearly, I think, fourth. But I really do believe, like, I think people forget how good Giannis is when he's on the floor. He just has had some bad luck in terms of his teammates getting injured and coaching, man. But, wow, what a game. What a blast this was.
Oh, incredible. Incredible.
I'll be here for Game 5 of Spurs Thunder, assuming it's necessary. I doubt the Spurs sweep in 4. I'll be here Game 1, Game 5, Game 7. Patrick Seatman will be live here on the channel on Wednesday for Game 2.
I'll be here.
With Coop. Smith, Tyler will be here on Friday and Sunday. It's going to be a blast. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as well. We'll see you for more NBA coverage this playoffs with the finals and both conference finals.
Adios.
Peace out, folks.